Cup.
Yep, we're live too.
We're live. Today's date is December 22nd, 2018. GMS. We out here once again giving all praise to Yahweh Bashim outside by King Bakadash. Shalom to all you men out there, you sisters out there that believe. We out here once again bringing this truth. We're going to go right into it. Anybody got a scripture? Anybody got a thought?
No, well, it's a chip.
On the chip? Okay, that's a good thought. The mark of the beast is the microchip.
That's the order of the day.
Microchip. And if the Spirit's on us, we will stay on that topic. I have the book with me, the chip book. I might read some that book.
Microchip.
If I got it. Here we go. The mark of the beast is the chip by Magus Mulos. And the scripture on the bottom is Revelation 13, verse 16. So let's go to Revelation. Let's go to Revelation 13 and 1. I did a video. Rambam, you come on this side too.
Yes, sir.
I did a video earlier this week called Back to the Basics. And I said, who or what is a dragon? Because you got a lot of Israelite groups out there that they'll quote about the dragon, but they'll say it's the devil, it's Satan, it's the spiritual demon of Satan, which proves one thing. They don't know the scriptures, you know? They don't have the understanding of the scriptures, you know? And so we're going to go. You know what? Yeah, bring it up.
Oh, no. Revelation 13 and 1. And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his heads the name of blasphemy.
Yeah, so that beast is the same beast. This is the dragon mentioned in Revelation 12. Now I want you to go from there to Daniel the 7th chapter. Daniel the 7th chapter, and start from the 7th verse.
Daniel chapter 7, verse 7. After this I saw in the night vision, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible, and strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth.
So now, you know, you got people, you got Israelite groups out there that come out on the highways and the byways, but a lot of them don't know. Let's back this up. Let's back this up so the camera can get it. What? Like I said, you got a lot of Israelite groups that'll read that and really not know how to break it down. And you should know how to break it down because it's supposed to be basic, man. You know? Because we don't went through this before, so we got to come back to the basics all over again, you know? Or go back to the basics. So read that again, please, Ak.
Daniel chapter 7, verse 7. After this I saw in the night vision, and behold, a fourth beast, dreadful and terrible.
Go ahead.
And strong exceedingly, and it had great iron teeth. It devoured and brake in pieces, and stamped the residue with the feet of it. And it was diverse from all the beasts that were before it, and it had 10 horns. I considered the horns, and behold, there came up another among them, another little horn, for whom there were 3 of the first horns left up by the root.
Now this is talking about the Roman Empire. The first pagan Roman Empire, the ancient Roman Empire, going back over 2,000 years ago, and but it's also talking about the Roman Empire now, which is not called the Roman Empire. It's called NATO and the EU. That's that beast all over again. It's the same beast, but it just came back. All those people that were back there came back and reincarnated into this new beast. So sometime when you come across the word dragon represents the Roman Empire and the power structure of the Roman Empire. All right? So when you read this in Daniel, the 7th chapter, it begins off by speaking about the Roman Empire. Then it goes into this new beast, you know? So now let's go back to Revelation 13:1.
I got it.
Go ahead.
Daniel chapter 7, verse 18. I'm sorry, 17. These great beasts which are four kings, which shall arise out of the earth.
So they're kingdoms. You know, a king sits on a kingdom. It sits over a kingdom of people, which are made of people. So out of those beasts, that fourth beast was also a kingdom. And that was the Roman Empire. And Daniel saw it, you know? So let's go to Revelation 13:1.
And I stood upon the sand of the sea, and saw a beast rise up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and upon his horns 10 crowns, and upon his head the name of blasphemy.
Now let's go from there to Revelation 17, verse 6.
17 and 6. And I saw the woman drunken with the blood of the saints and with the blood of the martyrs of Yahushua. And when I saw her, I wondered with great admiration.
Go ahead.
And the angel said unto me, wherefore didst thou marvel? I will tell thee the mystery of the woman and of the beast that carrieth her, which hath the 7 heads and 10 horns.
Go ahead.
The beast that thou sawest was and is not, and shall ascend out of the bottomless pit.
Go ahead.
And go into perdition. And
right, so that's talking about the ancient pagan Roman Empire coming back as NATO and the EU and being destroyed. Go ahead.
And they that dwell on the earth shall wonder, whose names were not written in the book of life.
Yeah, because the only ones that's going to be written in the book of life are the elect of Israel. Go ahead.
From the foundation of the world.
From the beginning. Go ahead.
When they behold the beast that was and is not and yet is. And here is the mind which hath wisdom. The 7 heads are 7 mountains on which the woman sitteth.
Meaning government. Go ahead.
And there are 7 kings.
7 kings. So kings sit over kingdoms. Kingdoms consist of people. Go ahead.
5 are fallen, and 1 is.
The one that is the Roman Empire. Because John was on the Isle of Patmos, sentenced by the Roman government to go on up to them salt mines. Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead, Op.
Would this be considered as the beast? The scripture that was read just now, would this be considered as...
It's the same beast, but it's interchangeable. So when you read the scripture, sometimes it could be talking about Rome itself, ancient Rome, and sometimes it could be talking about NATO, the EU, and America. So you got to know how. So you got guys that read it and don't know which one it's talking about. So what they do is they'll say, "Oh, that's Satan. That's the devil himself," because they don't know these scriptures, man.
That's the devil himself.
And there are 7 kings, 5 are fallen, and 1 is, and the other is not yet come.
The other that is not yet come is America. Go ahead.
And when he cometh, he must continue a short space.
I'm sorry, that's Great Britain. Go ahead.
And the beast that was and is not, even he is the 8th.
That's America. Go ahead.
And is of the 7.
It is of the 7. Go ahead.
And goeth into perdition.
And go up into destruction. So America's going to go into destruction along with the rest of the beasts. But America, the continent of America is going to be totally wiped away. But all those other European nations, they're not going to be totally wiped away. They're still going to be intact, but we're going to have control over them, you know? Go ahead.
And the 10 horns.
That guy, Will Jada's in there. Just kidding.
Hey, what's up, Nathan? What's up, Nathan?
He couldn't stay away.
Yeah, I know.
He said, you guys are the laughing stock of Israel.
Well, go good. That's good.
That's
good.
a compliment.
That's a compliment.
You gotta stop
Give
flattering
me,
us, man.
Give me Matthew, and I'm sorry, Luke 6:24.
We're are fools for Yahweh Shai.
We're food for Yahweh Shai.
You gotta stop flattering us. What's with all the flattery?
Compliment.
Fucking moron.
And that's a thing.
Luke chapter 6.
You guys are the ones that are bad. Yeah, brother.
This is Luke chapter 6, verse 24. But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation. Woe unto you that are poor, for ye shall hunger. Woe unto you that laugh now, for ye shall mourn and weep.
What does it say? Woe to him that laughs now, for ye shall mourn and weep. All right? That's all I want.
What does the scripture say? The fool lifteth up his voice with laughter? Yeah.
I got something real quick. 1 Corinthians 4:9. For I think that the Most High has set forth us, the apostles, last, as it were appointed to death, for we are made a spectacle unto the world, and to angels, and to men.
Well, that's going on. That's why we are. And Will and Jada Smith. Why you ain't out there on the highways and the byways? Huh?
Go.
Too cold?
He said we're fools. Oh, 1 Corinthians 4:9.
All right. No, just said that. Hey, you know
okay.
what? No, keep reading.
We are fools for Yahweh Shai's sake, but ye are wise in Yahweh Shai.
Oh, like this guy used to call us snow dummies. You know?
Oh, yeah.
That's it.
It says,
And let me ask you a question, Will and Jada. What is a mark of the beast? What is a mark of the beast?
stump.
I gotta ask Alexa that. What is the mark of the beast? She'll say the mark of the beast is mentioned in the book of Revelation.
Oh, he said the chip.
Okay, all right. Now you believe it?
1,000%. He said
Okay,
the chip.
good. Well, now you believe what it's done? So you ain't gonna take it, my man? Yeah, that's my man a gun.
Well, I thought his zombie leader said it's June. Ain't no microchips. It's June. Isn't that what he said?
Hold up there. Wait up, brother. Moving too fast. Hold it down.
That's Yeah, Matthew.
What is the mark of the beast?
Matthew 5 and 22.
Like you just remember certain words.
Yeah, whatever happened to Nate? It's June. Ain't no microchips.
It's June.
It's June. Remember, I made a remix on that shit.
That was bad.
Made that nigga famous, man.
You could have played that in the club.
Yeah, people be dancing to it. It's June. Ain't no microchip. I know y'all was feeling that.
That shit was funny. Yeah. That was a good one. It's June.
Okay, it says here, you heard me, right? I said, what is the mark of the beast? It says, what is the mark of the beast? Bible definition and meaning. Bible study. It goes on to say Revelation 16, verse 2. Revelation 19, verse 20. Cite the mark of the beast as a sign that identifies those who worship the beast as the sea. This
Somebody put hope of salvation. What is Ayathan? He's a nobody looking for attention. That's what he is.
He's a nobody looking to be a somebody.
Oh look, another article popped up by Barry Scarborough. Mark of the Beast is here, people all over it. Do not take this. Do not take what? Here it is right here. Anybody said I got the chip?
Just like that, I was part of a small group of people on Earth pushing the boundaries of what it means to be human. And within minutes, I was able to tech team to get my chip broken.
He's proudly taking the chip.
Yeah.
So it's out, man.
Yep.
It's all out. It's
So
all over.
Esau knows.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, wait a minute. Hey, one of my videos popped up.
It's all
Back
over.
to the basics.
Sweden,
Oh,
they're
look at
mass chipping people.
Yeah. Anyway, where we at? Where we at?
I got a quick precept because he called us
Go ahead.
a fool. Matthew 5:22, it says, "But I say unto you that whosoever is angry with his brother without a cause shall be in danger of the judgment. And whosoever shall say to his brother, Rakah, shall be in danger of the council. But whosoever shall say, Thou fool, shall be in danger of hellfire."
Yeah.
So you got to watch who you call fools, my man.
We're in
Fool.
Revelation 17 and 12. "And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet."
Those 10 kings, when you go back to it, you can help me out. The Visigoths, the Ostrogoths, the Vandals, the Burgundians, that's 4.
Suevi,
The Suevi, the Huns.
the Franks,
Did I say the Vandals? The Huns, the Franks, and then their names
Suevi.
now, Suegi, and their names now are well, now there's 28, 29 of them, but really it comes down to really 10, okay? And now that's your that represents your EU. All right, go ahead.
Thou sawest are 10 kings, which have received no kingdom as yet.
Yeah, because the beast, which is NATO, came to power what year? Help me out, somebody.
1949.
1949. I remember we was on 34th Street back in 1999. Was it 1999? We was on 34th Street on a Saturday, and at the UN during that year, there was a celebration of the 50th year celebration of NATO coming together. So now read that verse that you just read.
Revelation 17 and 12. "And the 10 horns which thou sawest are 10 kings,
That's EU. Go ahead.
which have received no kingdom as yet."
Yeah, because the NATO was already in power. The EU nations didn't come into power during the time of 1957, and I believe they received the charter in 1958. So we're talking about almost 10 years later. That's when they came into power. All right. So that's a conglomerate of European nations that all came together. That's what the word conglomerate means. They all came together. Which today is who? NATO and the EU. Go ahead, which are all European nations.
That's NATO and EU together.
NATO and the EU. The NATO is the military half, and the EU is the financial half. You know?
And
anytime you deal with finances, you got to have a military. We see that with China and the U.S. and Europe. Anytime you're doing good monetarily, money-wise, you're going to have a military to back that up because somebody's going to come and steal what you got.
The Roman Empire.
The Roman Empire, yep.
it's like a pastor.
Well, that's what they did. They took all those other nations through their power from the beast stamped in pieces and the beast stamped up everything in pieces. In other words, they made provinces, and what they did was they taxed them. They did a thing called tribute. Look, we're not going to take you over. You believe in your God. All you got to do is give us X amount of what you get from your cattle and your land and your profit. And that's what they did. So they did that to Israel. They said you got to give us a certain amount. Even Yahushua spoke about that. He said what image in subscription is on this point. He said Caesar. So he said render unto Caesar what is Caesar's and render unto the Most High what is the Most High.
Yep.
All right? Because they taxed them. They said, where's your taxes? So the Lord said, go get a fish.
Right.
And when you open the fish's mouth, the taxes are right there. So give them the taxes. All right?
Yeah.
Yes, like a pastor. I was gonna say that.
Oh, and that shows you, that cuts Alizé, because Alizé made a statement that Yahushua was a black militant. Now, why would a black militant pay taxes to the Roman? It shows you that he wasn't no militant, man.
Right.
And that's why Pontius Pilate said, I wipe my hands. This man never committed no crime. I don't see no crime that he committed.
Exactly.
He said, if my kingdom were of this world, they were my servants.
Now, so he wasn't no militant,
He
man.
wasn't no militant.
You know? Wasn't no militant.
Oh, Isaiah 53 says he came as a lamb
Before the
dumb
sheriff,
before shearers. Yeah.
yeah.
So how is that a militant?
Yes, like a pastor. I wanted to say that wasn't one of the reasons that NATO was put together? Wasn't that during the Cold War to fight against Russia?
Oh yeah, definitely. But they changed that shit.
Yeah.
If you go to the old dictionary, I knew about this before I came into the truth. When the NATO got together, that was after World War II.
Right.
And that was during the time where they put the UN together. They had what was called what do you call it before the UN? It was called the
League of Nations.
League of Nations,
Yeah.
which they didn't accept it, so they changed it up, painted it, put another bow on it,
Right.
and they brought that same idea, but then they said this is the UN.
Right.
Now, when you look up that word UN and look it up, go ahead and look it up. Go to the Google and look it up. It'll tell you it's to maintain peace to the nations.
Right.
So all that UN bullshit, there's wars all over the goddamn place.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Don't they call it a peacekeeping force?
Yeah, but we ain't heard of them in years, man.
Well,
That's,
in the movie 1984, remember they had the slogan, "War is peace."
right.
Oh, that's right.
War is peace.
War is
Peacekeeping force.
ignorance is slavery. No, ignorance is what? Ignorance is something.
We
Forgot what it
found
was.
out when the UN peacekeeping forces went down to Mogadishu that they were raping little boys, man. So where was that peace?
Oh, the scripture. By
And that
peace,
further proves that this man's a fucking dummy, man.
yeah, by peace he shall destroy many.
That peace shows that.
Was
Go
that
ahead, read it.
Ezekiel?
Yeah, this is United Nations. It says the United Nations is an intergovernmental organization that was
What does it mean
tasked.
by intergovernmental? It's a union of many different nations as one.
Right.
It's pluribus unum.
A one world
And
order.
that's the idea. Look, that's the idea of this one world government that goes back to the Tower of Babel.
Yeah.
You know?
You notice, right?
I just say, you know.
Babel, yeah, like the scholar. Hey, you notice the New World Order. The slogan is in Latin, which goes back to Rome,
Right.
the Roman Empire. And who else? Antiochus called for one world order.
Yep.
Somebody else, I forgot.
Nimrod.
Yeah, he called for one world
Actually,
order.
yeah, during the time of the
Well, all you got to do is go to Genesis 11.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, let's get that. Genesis
Yeah.
11, and then go to the Apocrypha.
Oh, ignorance is strength. Ignorance is strength.
Go ahead
That's
and
what it
finish
is.
it. Go ahead and finish
Okay,
it.
it says the United Nations is an intergovernmental organization that was tasked to maintain international peace and security.
Well, they ain't doing what they supposed to be doing because there's war. Last I checked,
Yeah.
there's war is happening all over the goddamn place.
Right.
And where's the UN in all this?
What
Go
are
ahead.
they doing?
Develop
Right, the UN peacekeeping troops. If there's two nations on the war, they're supposed to send their army to get in the middle of it to stop the war. They ain't doing that.
How can the devil bring peace?
How can a devil bring peace?
It's an oxymoron.
It
Just
says
like
in peace, in peace he shall destroy many.
Quick precept for you.
Yep.
Isaiah 59:7. Their feet run to evil, and they make haste to shed innocent blood. Their thoughts are thoughts of iniquity, wasting and destruction are in their paths. The way of peace they know not, and there is no judgment in their goings. They have made them crooked paths. Whosoever goeth therein shall not know peace.
And somebody get Daniel, the 8th chapter, and I don't have my Bible. All right, go right to the point. In the name of peace.
Okay. Daniel chapter 8, verse 25. See, this is it. It says, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper in his hand, and he shall magnify himself in his heart, and by peace shall destroy many.
Now, by a show of hands, who is that talking about? Where's the hands at? We got one hand up, we got two hands up, then we go for 3 hands. Read again.
It says, and through his policy also he shall cause craft to prosper.
And through his policy.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
He shall cause craft to prosper
He shall cause craft to prosper. Wickedness. Go ahead.
in his hand,
In his hand. Go ahead.
and he shall magnify himself in his heart.
And he shall be proud. Go ahead.
It says, and by peace shall destroy many.
So who's that talking about? By a show of hands. All right. Good, good.
Yeah, that's it.
Antiochus Epiphanes.
Antiochus.
Hey, you know that word policy? Remember the book we had, Vultures in Eagles Clothing?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, policy, right? Remember it brought it out, LIC. Like policy is spelled Policy, right? LIC is Latin for trap.
License.
Yeah,
That's where you get
like
the word
license,
yeah.
LIC, license begin with LIC.
Now, if I went to any camp out there, some other camps, some other bootleg camps, and I was pointed out, they wouldn't be able to answer. That's why they say the guy would have probably said, "Who's that talking about?" The devil himself,
Because they don't have the oil.
because they don't have the oil. It's Lucifer.
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 Yeah, LIC means to trap.
Did you know that, Will Smith?
Oh, he's gone. He's not even in there anymore.
I got another picture.
Go ahead.
This is Revelation
Bring it
chapter.
on up.
Revelation 6 and 3. And when he had opened the second seal, I heard the second beast say, "Come and see." And there went out another horse that was red, and power was given to him that sat thereon to take peace from the earth,
That's Esau.
and that they should kill one another. And there was given unto him a great sword.
That's Esau.
Yeah.
They ain't no damn Arabs.
Right.
Oh, in that magazine, Economist magazine, for the year 2019, I did a little video on it. And when you go around, like when you go to it,
Yeah.
you put the magnifying glass. It had the stalk with the bag with the UPC. on
Okay.
it, and then right above it, it had the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse.
Huh.
So Esau is telling you what they already know is going to happen. They said
Yeah.
the shit's going to come.
Yep.
The fulfillment of the 4 horsemen of the apocalypse is going to come. All right? Go ahead.
Isaiah 48 and 22. There is no peace, save the Lord Yahweh, unto the wicked.
That's it. So they ain't going to get no peace.
I got one.
Somebody got a question.
what's your-
GB, is Lucifer a title or is it an entity?
Lucifer just means light bearer. Because Yahweh Shai is Lucifer. It just means light bearer. Anybody that bears the light. If there's a blackout in the city, all the lights go out, and I have a lantern, guess what? I have become Lucifer.
You gotta become Lucifer.
You know? It just means light bearer.
Yeah, it's in the
The
Latin.
first star that comes up in the morning, you look to the north, that's called, that and back in the day, they used to call that star Lucifer. They'll call it Old Day Star.
Yeah, not a bad word.
It's not a bad word. It just is, and it's talking about Esau. Esau is the light bearer.
Right.
The beacon of light is America. That's why you have the Statue of Liberty with the torch out there, which that's the Promethean torch of Freemasonry. All right?
Which goes back to the Illuminati.
It goes back to the Illuminati.
And that word Illuminati means illuminated.
Yeah, holders of the light.
Because they have the light and everybody else.
And
is
we're
dark.
illuminated.
Right.
We are the illuminated. It's in the scriptures.
Yep.
Yeah.
You got it? You got it?
I believe it's Hebrews.
Oh, in the book of, what's that, Isaiah 9, it basically called Yahweh Shai Lucifer, because it said the people that sat in darkness, they saw a great light.
There you go.
That was talking about Yahweh Shai. So Yahweh Shai was a light bearer.
And then when you go to Numbers 24, it speaks about our Lord. And then you got to go to Revelation 22. So
Oh,
get
so a
that-
star.
Get
Yeah,
that
yeah,
link
yeah.
up. Get that hook up.
I got this one.
Go ahead.
This is Hebrews chapter 10, verse 32. It says, "But call to remembrance the former days in which after you were illuminated."
Oh, wait a minute. So we are the righteous Illuminati.
Yep.
You got the wicked Illuminati, and you got the righteous Illuminati.
Will Jada ask you, do you celebrate Christmas? What's wrong with this guy?
No,
Who the
we
hell
do
is
not.
this guy?
No, we do not. No, we do not.
What's he smoking? Crack?
He's spoken in cracks. It says, he endured.
We're going to have to off you with the fruit crack.
Man, you need to change your diet, homeboy.
He endured a great fight of affliction. You got that one in Peru?
This is Peru.
He said, I think you do. I think you so. He got.
Hey, well, where's my Christmas present? Since you celebrate it, send me my Christmas present.
This guy is a weirdo,
Well,
man.
that's a son. That's a
Yeah,
son.
he's a weirdo, man.
But he said, but wait a minute now. Don't let me have to go back and tell Nate that you believe the mark of the beast of the chip. Remember we had that conversation when you was robbing keys. All of a sudden we were going back and forth, and all of a sudden now you don't know nothing.
I don't know.
The mark of the beast is the microchip, brother.
That's silent.
All right? Anybody that's teaching otherwise, guess what? the Most High is not dealing with them.
That's it.
All right? All right, go ahead. Where we at?
This is Baruch 4:1. It says, "This is the book of the commandments of the Most High, and the law that endures forever. All they that keep it shall come to light, but such as leave it shall die. Turn thee, O Jacob, and take hold of it. Walk in the presence of the light thereof, that thou mayest be illuminated."
I got
Thou
one.
mayest be illuminated. What do you say?
Nice. Crack.
What do you say? Read it.
T-God, I am not affiliated with IUIC. Hey, that might be that guy.
Oh, so that's my man.
Yeah.
Oh, that's not
Nas, yeah, Nasty Nas. That's him.
What's up,
I knew that could, yeah, because he's a...
Hey, well, you know what? He's looking for attention. And he's not
Yeah.
getting no more. We ain't made videos on him, and he's upset.
To all knows he will be celebrating Christmas. He is guilty, and Gabar, you know that is true.
Oh, really? You know what I'm going to be doing on Christmas? I'm going to be driving Uber. I'm going to
too.
be out there just like on so-called Turkey
Me too.
Day.
It's
Everybody
another
eats
day to me.
turkey. I was on the road driving fucking Uber, man. Because on Christmas Eve, Christmas Day, New
That's
Year's
it.
Eve, New Year's Day, all them guys take off.
It's
That's
another
when
day
we
to
out
me.
there on the road, man. You know?
The last delivery I did today, the dude asked me, he said, "What are you going to be doing on Christmas?" I said, "It's just another day to me. I'm going to be
Just
working."
another day. Just
I
another
said,
day.
"Them bills don't take no holidays." You absolutely right.
And so if that's Will Jada, if that's Nasty Nas, he done changed the gospel. He done changed this truth so much. And like I said, man, if that's you know, you hiding behind a avatar, man. You ain't being real, you know. And the Most High took everything from you. Oh, give me Matthew 13, verse 12.
This guy's loving the attention he's getting. I'm not Nas. We don't give a shit who you
then
are,
who the hell
man.
are
You're a
you?
crackpot that's looking for
Yeah,
attention. That's what
work
you
for
are.
him. You work with him.
Matthew 13.
You either our son, Nancy Nas, or the egghead from Detroit.
Crack egg.
Egghead from
Egg
Detroit.
crack.
Matthew 13:12. For whosoever
Oh,
hath,
man.
to him shall be given,
Egghead
and
from
he shall
Detroit.
have more abundant. But whosoever hath not, from him shall be taken away even that he hath.
So that's plain. So if you had this truth one time, the Most High took it from you. All right?
Somebody put a question. What do you think about Russia? What do you think about Russia and Venezuela? Is there a verse for that?
Not there's general verses, you know. Ezekiel 38, you know. Russia is just going to help a lot of these poor nations. They're making deals with Venezuela because of the oil, you know.
And this is why you got America and all them different countries, because they're trying to exploit the people and their resources. You know, they're not going there to help the people, because that aid the money that they're gathering, they say is going to that country. It's really going to those American-owned corporations that are operating in those countries. So it's not really going to the poor of the people. You know,
Which are so-called Jews.
that's it.
You know, the majority of those corporations are owned by so-called Jews.
Yep.
He said thanks. Man, that's what we're here to do, man.
Yeah, it's just general, man. They're not, the scripture's
teach.
not going to tell you every single step and move that the Russians are going to do.
Yeah.
You know, you gotta kind of put the pieces together, you know?
That's
Yeah.
why you got to know, like, these different geographical locations
Yeah.
and who they are today.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, to go further into that question, to build on that, just the other day, they had a meeting, they had a gathering of Russia and China going to help Africa. Monetarily wise and militarily wise. So what's that? Ezekiel 38. Let's go right to the point. Whoever got it.
Excuse me. This is Ezekiel chapter 38. Got it? Yeah.
And if somebody goes to Google right now and put in Russia to help Africa.
I'm going to start at 4. Ezekiel 38 and 4. And I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. And I will bring thee forth and all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor. Even
That's
of-
your modern day weaponry. Go ahead.
even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords.
Modern day swords, which are Muslims.
It says Persia, Ethiopia,
Persia. Oh, by the way, the word, I found out something. The word Iran was one of their ancient names because the word Iran goes back to the word Aryan.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. That's right.
Aryan,
That's right.
that's where it goes back to.
That's right. Yeah, that's right. That's
And,
right.
and them white boys stole that.
They
Yeah.
the Germans call themselves the Aryans.
Aryan,
The
yeah.
Aryans are the
East Indians.
East Indians.
Yeah, yeah.
The
Did-
bronze and calf of
It was the caste system,
the
right?
caste system.
Khan.
Yep. Yep.
That's right. That's right.
But they're called Iran after Aryans. I forget the guy who said to use that name, but actually they're Persians. Those are the Persians.
So it says
Which goes back to Elam in the Hebrew.
Goes back to Elam. Yep.
Persia, Ethiopia, and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet. Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togarmah of the north quarters, and all his
Is
bands.
anybody looking for that? Russia to help Africa? Did you find anything? But that was on the news like, what, 2 days ago?
Since China and Russia mounting growing challenge to the U.S. and Africa.
Read again, please.
Title: China and Russia mounting growing challenge to U.S. in Africa.
So now if you notice, the Bush administration, not the Bush, the Trump had his wife go to Africa. Then he was talking about Africa because China is investing heavily in Africa, you know, because of the mineral resources and the land itself, you know. So Russia is a part of it too because they got interest in Africa, just like they got interest in Iran. So now the U.S. is trying to get up towards a race between the Russian and the Chinese, which they're together, they're allies. Then you got the U.S. And that's really going to lead to that war, you know?
And see, America's mad too because China has economically surpassed America.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
You know? So pretty much America, like the scripture say, has the golden city seat.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
well you can get that, hold that.
Question from
What did this guy say? Jim Rogers, whatever his name is. He said, Great Britain, the UK, was the 19th century. All right, that was their year, or their decade. I'm sorry, or their not decade, their century. The century of the 20th century is the U.S. China is the 21st century, which that's bullshit because they're not going, because the most are going to upset their cart,
See,
so to speak.
the reason why that's happening with China is because the Lord is bringing America down. But China's going to go down too.
Moab is my wash pot.
That's
oh,
right.
that's in the Apocrypha. Woe unto Babylonia.
Yep.
Thou art partaker of the hope of yeah.
Going to Babylon,
Yeah.
Going to Asia.
Asia.
Yeah,
Woe
that's
unto
in,
Asia.
2nd Ezra 16. Matter of fact, you can go to that too.
Somebody have a question. GB. So isn't the mark of the beast different from the number and the name of the beast?
Yeah, you can. Yeah, it's all a part of the same thing.
Right.
The UPC code is part of that same system. Right. But ultimately, that system, the 5G thing now.
Right.
All right. Ultimately, that's all going to come together.
Right.
And basically, you have a term called the Internet of Things, where you can be in your house and you got your smartphone hooked up to your TV in the room, your other TV in the bedroom or whatever in the kitchen. You got the web, you can go to Google Chrome and you can watch a video, then you can cast it to your TV, or you can take your smartphone out and you can cast it to your TV, you know what I'm saying? Or you can cast it to your computer so they communicate. That's why you got Siri and Alexa.
Google Voice and all that stuff.
Oh, you got all these different things. That's called the Internet of Things. So the ultimate thing that's going to happen is we're going to make you part of the Internet of Things.
Yeah.
So when you go to your door to open the door, boop, the door opens.
Yep.
You know, somebody has a different chip. They do it, ain't gonna work for them. You know, you might go like that to the coffee maker. The coffee machine might go on.
Right.
You You know?
Same thing with cars.
Right, right. You
Don't have
pass
to
by your
swipe.
TV, you come in. Oh, how you doing, Mr. Smith? The news just came on for you. So the TV just comes on.
You have a nice glass of wine.
And you have a nice glass of wine poured for you. You know?
Yeah.
But the thing is, the key is going to be what? In that microchip. And it's going to make everything easier. But does that mean it's righteous? No.
No. Besides,
Like me and the Apostle Gabar, and I told him, I said, look, you got to get an easy pass, man. You got to get the easy pass. Because if you're doing Uber or Lyft or driving a taxi or limousine, guess what? Now you can't pull over and pay the bill. And you know how long it took when you had to go pay? You sitting there for 15 minutes. Now, you go through the different bridges, man, you just go right through and take a picture of your license plates. Or if it's an easy pass, it'll say easy pass, say go. Because it read the easy pass device.
Everything is being set up on a biometric system. So everything is going to be interconnected.
but the thing is, Esau's a madman because the chip don't belong in the body.
Right.
There's stories coming out the chip causes cancer. Most I didn't create us to have no goddamn chip inside of us, man.
Well, when there's anything foreign in the body fights it.
The body goes into attack mode.
Now there's correct me if I'm wrong, I believe that was Linda Thompson. Remember we was watching those videos with Anthony J. Hilda.
Yeah, Linda
Millennium
Thompson.
2000, Lucifer 2000. And then they had one with Linda Thompson.
Yep.
I forget the name of that video.
America Under Siege.
America Under Siege.
Yeah.
And I think it was in that video where, and that was back in 93, 94,
Yeah.
4-ish.
Yeah.
And she showed a diagram of this company called Hughes Company.
Hughes Company.
And
Yeah,
they had the highway, and they
Con.
said cars will not have to stop to pay the tolls.
Con.
They'll just take pictures.
Con.
And then you see it now as you go over them bridges, it's the same. They had the model already set up.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, and part of your brain said, nah, that ain't gonna happen.
Yeah.
And that's actually happened.
It's reality
All these
now.
bridges, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's nobody to collect tolls. If you go through, they take a picture of your license plate. They send you the bill, but it's more if they got to send you the bill.
And if you're an offender, I think she said if you're an offender, it immediately notifies the police. So let's say
Exactly,
the license plate, you're an offender, you immediate, so you get hey, the Internet of Things,
And
man.
that, the Internet of Things it's called Smart City. Somebody look up Smart City.
Smart cities, yeah.
Bring it up.
Which is smart for them.
See, we giving you all kind of, we giving you all kind of food, man.
Can I get something real quick?
We giving you all kind of goodness.
It's really designed for the elites to control, man. It's all about control.
And guess what? All the money is coming to them.
Yeah.
So
Control.
if you're a carpenter or you're a mechanic, you know, your next door neighbor, you can't fix his car because you don't have money to give him. So you're gonna have to actually write out a receipt or whatever. Actually, you're gonna have to use that whole chip thing and say, I made a transfer from his account to his account. So then the government said, well, I got to take part of that. You know?
And they could just automatically
And
deduct.
they'll do that.
I got a quick precept. This is Daniel chapter 12, verse 4. But thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book unto the time of the end. Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased.
Oh, well, that's beautiful. You got to read that again.
It says, but thou, O Daniel, shut up the words and seal the book.
What book? The book of Daniel, but it represents the whole book, the whole scriptures itself. It says, seal it up until what?
To the time of the
Until
end.
the time of the end. We're in the time of the end. Why? Because we're opening this book before the firmament, man. Somebody get that in their pocket. You all know what I'm talking about, right? Second Ezra, here.
Many shall run to and fro, and knowledge shall be increased.
And knowledge shall be increased. Technology, man.
Technology.
You got damn near everything on your damn smartphone. Yep. And the ultimate thing, the cherry on top of the cake, is what? To put the chip in you so you communicate with your smartphone, so you can communicate with all these different devices, man. Hell, you won't need no easy pass, but you got the chip on you.
Yeah.
So the transponder or the scanner will scan. They showed you that in fucking I Am Legend, man. To see who had the disease, the Crippen disease, man. And when they went to scan, what's his name, Robert Neville, that was the character's name. He was good. He didn't have the disease, but then his wife had the disease. So they said, no, there's something wrong. Do it again. And I believe they did it again, and it went through. And there was some of them that didn't. That the scan said you got the disease. And those night crawlers were the ones that had the disease. So they left them on the island of Manhattan, and they blew up all the bridges.
Right, so they couldn't get out.
So they couldn't get out, you know?
Had quarantine stickers all over the city.
Exactly, exactly. Yep.
Hey, we were just listening to Jeff Rentz on the way
Oh,
down.
yeah.
And he was going into that whole thing of it could be some type of virus or something that kill off the population. Because of the movie that he referenced, which was back in the 50s, I believe it was, with this guy, what was his name?
Vincent Price.
Vincent Price. And
The Last Man on Earth.
Yeah, that was like, I saw it on YouTube. It was all like a low budget movie.
Yeah.
And then you
But then they came back with
Omega Man? Yeah.
which the same character was Dr. Robert Neville.
Right.
Okay.
Because I Am Legend is a remake of that same movie.
Right.
But the opening movie, he was driving down Manhattan in a red car.
Gone.
The same thing in Omega Man. He was in a red car.
Gone.
You know?
And then it said that.
And the last woman was a black woman. So they say last two motherfuckers on Earth is a white man and a black woman.
That was
Rosalind Cass.
Rosalind Cass. Yeah. That freak.
I knew her niece.
Yeah.
That made me think of Paul Mooney.
We said, so what? Go ahead.
Says on Wikipedia, a smart city is an urban area that uses different types of electronic data collection sensors to supply information, which is used to manage assets and resources efficiently.
And pay bills. You know?
Says this includes data collected from citizens, devices.
Going over a bridge, the scanner scans your easy pass, you go through. You know? Eventually they're gonna have you go on a subway train. At one time you had tokens. Now you got to use cards. Next you got to use the mark. All right, so it's happening, man. Oh yes.
Also,
Well, guess what? Do a video on it. All right.
It lets you know exactly where you are, at what time, or what time you got home. You know, where you ultimate control.
And then, if you go to court, right, you committed a particular crime, you know, you pay bail or whatever the hell you do, they don't got to put a ankle bracelet on you. All they got to do is put it in the chip that you this. And if you walk through a train, to go on the train, so and so is on the train, but he's supposed to be home. He's supposed to be under house arrest. So what they do, they track him, they put the tracker on him, then they get him. Oh, he's going down to so and so, to his girlfriend's house. You know?
Total control.
Total control.
That's what
But
Russo
that's what
said.
the devil wants.
Aaron Russo said it.
Already. Like if you go on Google, it says, are you gonna go back to when you went?
Oh yeah. That's it.
Yeah, he saw.
They say, how was your visit to such and such restaurant?
That pops up on your phone.
You're like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Minority Report.
Yep,
Minority Report.
They were arresting people before they committed the crime.
Yep.
Pre-crime.
Pre-crime.
Pre-crime, pre-thought, and all that shit.
Well, in 1984, you had thought criminals. Yeah, thought criminals.
So how can people or Israelite groups say that the mark of the beast is not the microchip and it's part of that whole system? We see it happening right before our eyes.
Yeah.
You know?
See, they want to be like the Most High because they want to be able to, because the scripture says that the Most High tries the reins of men. You know? So in other words, he knows the inner thoughts. He knows our inner thoughts. So this is what Esau wants to do. They want to be able to read your thoughts and control you totally.
They want to be the most high.
Right.
Yeah, because the scripture says the fool has said in his heart, there is no God.
Ezekiel 28.
I'm going right there. Oh, yeah.
Okay, well, whoever got it, go ahead and read it.
You got it, brother? Okay.
Ezekiel 28. See, if you a new guy to watching this video, the live stream, we're going over your head. We're moving real fast.
Right. Yeah.
And that's why, you know, I gotta maintain making videos going back to the basics. You know? But we're moving fast now. We ain't waiting on you niggas that can't get it. Yeah. You guys are saying the market of the market is Christianity and embargo. We ain't even thinking about you guys no more, man.
Yeah. We're in hyperdrive.
We're in hyperdrive. We ain't talking about Adam Abbott no more. Adam Rabbit. And Alizé, you should have got on that guy because you had a unity camp with him, And you teach that the mark of the beast is a chip, and you got it from us, but you ain't cursing this dude out. We the only ones that came to defend the gospel. That, and when you look at the word, when the Paul said, I am sent for the defense of the gospel, you know what that word is in the Greek? Does anybody know? Apologia.
Apologia, yeah.
Meaning you're an apologist for this guy. Like, if somebody, well, we're going to kick this guy out because he ain't did that, then you might come up and say, nah, that brother's cool. You got to be around him a little bit more, you know? He done helped me out, blah, blah, blah. So he becomes the apologist for the other guy, you know? He vouches for him, you know? All right, what we got?
Ezekiel 28, starting at the top. The word of the Lord Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, say unto the prince of Tyrus, thus saith the Lord Power.
Now you got guys that say, well, the prince of Tyrus is not the white man, that's Tyrus. Because you don't have a spiritual mind to see what these scriptures are talking about, man.
That's
you
it.
know?
And that's the thing. The prophets were called seers. And the word seer means...
No, they'll go all into the... I looked up Syria, I looked up this, I looked up Babylon. America can't be Babylon, because Babylon, ancient Babylon, Nebuchadnezzar. It goes back to you're looking at it like an Edomite in school.
Yeah.
Logical, it doesn't make logical sense to you. But this book is not logical, it's spiritual.
Spiritual, yeah.
You know?
And you have to be able...
You have to have the spiritual mind.
Spiritual
the most
vision.
have to open up your mind to see it. That's why we can see that the mark of the beast is a shit, man. And we said, no doubt in my mind, we're not saying it like Priest Sabak. I don't know, it might be the chip, and just in case I'm not going to... No. The mark of the beast is the microchip. If you take the chip, you're going to die.
That's it.
All right, that's straightforward, man.
That's it.
That's it. There's no wiggle room.
Huh?
We can even go further and explain it.
That's it.
Yeah, we using Esau perverting the concept of the ul. You know, another thing, the chip. There's another word with it, earmarked. Like you're earmarked. Now going back with the ul, that's what you actually put a mark in your ear.
Yeah, earmarked.
Earmarked, yeah.
Earmarked.
So you were saying, yeah, you're
Put a ul on it,
yeah. So that's
Put a
Esau.
ul on it, baby.
That's Esau perverting the
So you're
ul.
gonna get that ul.
Yeah.
Right. And that shows you that even in the Old Testament, slaves were marked in that way. And that's like the same thing that
But
the
it
mark
says if you love your master,
right.
Yeah.
you love your master, you don't want to leave your master because your master gave you that woman to be wife.
Yep.
So if you leave your master, you're going to leave that wife behind.
Right.
So you love the wife, you love the master.
Right.
So you say, I want to be your slave for life.
For life.
So you put a ul in your ear.
A mark.
Earmark.
Earmark, yeah.
Earmark.
So Esau took that concept. That's why the scripture said Jacob is the former of all things. So Esau took it and perverted. That's what Esau does.
Yeah.
He takes the truth and he perverts it.
Yeah, but that was like, you could say that was like a precursor to the mark of the beast.
But that's what it is.
And then it says that you would be deceived, that was deceived by the mark. And the word deceive means to lead into error. Like I did a video the other day, and I used Eve with Satan. Satan didn't put no sticker, no poker to her. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or no 9 and nothing like that.
Yeah.
Or no baseball bat. Look, bitch, eat this fruit or I'll bash your head in. No.
Yeah.
He beguiled her.
He beguiled her.
deceived
Yeah.
And that's how they're gonna push that chip.
Yeah.
They're gonna deceive you into, and they're gonna use these actors.
Actors,
You
yeah.
know, they're gonna use these rappers. They're gonna use all these different celebrities. And they're gonna make you want to take it, man. Like I said, I made a statement. The mark of the beast is gonna be the new Jordans.
Yeah.
I got a quick precept.
Niggas are gonna be kicking other niggas in the ass to jump the line to get the damn chip. And we're gonna be right there filming that shit too. We're gonna go on location. Here we are, the Chipping Center. And we film it. Read the scriptures, brother.
Read it. Psalm 58 and 3. The wicked are estranged from the womb. They go astray as soon as they be born, speaking lies. Their poison is like the poison of a serpent. They are like the deaf adder that stoppeth their ears.
And also, they're going to make that chip mandatory under the penalty of death. Because they're going to say, look, they're going to have terrorist attacks.
Well, ultimately they're gonna do that.
Yeah,
Basically,
ultimately.
the way they're gonna get the majority of people to take it is by deceiving.
Yeah, yeah.
By saying it's a good thing, it makes sense. You know?
Hey, that's
Yeah.
And then they're gonna even give niggas money. If you take the chip, oh, That movie, the movie, what's that movie? It was out last summer. The guy that looked like Wesley Snipes. They was in Staten Island. The Purge.
Oh, yeah.
What was they doing them to give them the chip? They were giving them $5,000. Do you think a nigga gonna turn down $5,000
hell no.
for a chip?
Hell no.
Your
Yeah.
kids, they get 5,000. You got 5 kids, you can get 25,000. You know?
Yeah, this is the
Oh,
proof. Yep.
We're gonna cut you got 25 years. We're gonna let you out next month, but you gotta take the chip so we can track you.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah.
What
Many
do you think
different
a nigga
ways.
gonna say?
You're gonna take that chip.
He gonna take that chip.
Oh, welfare and benefits and
Welfare, Section 8,
Right.
food stamps.
shit. Yeah.
Trump letting in the immigrants into the country, you'll say you
They're
can come
gonna,
in.
well, they
you
always
gotta-
gonna do that,
you gotta
man.
be tracked.
Well,
He already
Trump
spoke
said
about
that,
it.
the biometric
Yeah.
tracking system. And he said that, man.
Yeah.
That we're gonna let you people in. They're gonna work out all that shit is smoke and mirrors.
Yeah.
He gonna finally let them in, but they're gonna have to take their chip to be tracked.
Right.
And what are you gonna say? No? Let me go back in the desert?
Yep, here's the proof. They're gonna make it mandatory
Whoa!
under the penalty of death. That's gonna be,
This is power, man.
yeah.
There's gonna come a time when you're gonna realize who the true men of the Lord
That's right.
is, man. All right?
Revelation 20 and 4, it says, and I saw thrones, and they that sat upon them, and judgment was given unto them, and I saw the souls of them that were beheaded for the witness of Yahushai, and for the word of the Most High, and which had not worshipped the beast, neither his image, neither received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands.
Because ultimately they're gonna sentence you
To death,
They're
yeah.
gonna sentence you to death. They're gonna put you in concentration camp. Summary execution. You know.
Yeah, had not received his mark upon their foreheads or in their hands, and they lived and reigned with Yahushai 1,000 years. Now we know that they brought back the guillotine, because we're talking about that, what, a couple of years ago. They brought back legislation to bring back the guillotine. So, a lot of those stations, those FEMA stations, they got the guillotines in there, and they're ready to go.
Oh, give me Revelation 2:10.
Yeah, 2 and 10.
Revelation 2:10.
So these are serious times, like Apostle
What
Elder.
did you just read? What did you just read? What you just
Revelation 20 and 4.
read? And somebody get Revelation 2:10, and then Revelation 3:10.
I got 2:10.
All right, go ahead.
Just like, Elder Apostle Tal just said just now, these are very serious times, brothers. This ain't no joke, man. A lot of you guys have been
2019,
entertained.
man, everything gonna be.
It's gonna ramp up.
Speed up, man.
In 2019,
Everything gonna be turned up.
These guys are looking at this like it's entertainment. This ain't no freaking
So a
entertainment.
lot of these guys are looking to get a bigger house or a nicer car. We ain't looking for those motherfucking things.
Hell no.
Because first, we get the
the
most
last
fucking way
thing-
to take this goddamn place out, man.
Yeah.
What the fuck you want to get a house for, man?
What they say in
A
Apocrypha?
brand new car. So
Yeah.
you get that brand new car smell. And you're going to smell the missiles, the fire from the missiles, too.
Yeah. Revelation 2 and 10.
What's that? What's that smoke coming from?
Yes.
Fire from the missiles.
Hey, something
GMS
really
is
is.
right.
Yeah. Revelation 2 and 10. Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the devil shall
What
cast.
things that thou shalt suffer?
Oh man.
The mark of the beast.
Time of Jacob's trouble.
Concentration camps. All of that, man.
Yeah, time of Jacob's trouble.
The time of martial law. The
Martial
time
law.
of Jacob's trouble.
Race wars, race riots,
wars.
pandemics.
Right? Famine. Go ahead.
Fear none of those things which thou shalt suffer. Behold, the
But
devil.
what does it say in Isaiah 65? You shall eat, but they shall not eat.
Right.
You know?
Behold, the devil shall cast some of
The
you.
devil is the so-called white man who's trying to eat him. Go ahead.
The devil shall cast some of you into prison.
You hear it says some, not all.
Yeah.
Some of us going to go to prison.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
That ye may be tried,
Tested. Go ahead.
and ye shall have tribulation 10
You're
days.
going to have tribulation for a certain segment of time.
Time,
It
come,
doesn't mean exactly 10 days.
come.
You know? Go ahead.
Ye shall have tribulation 10 days. Be thou faithful unto death.
If they threaten to kill you,
Yep.
be thou faithful unto death. Go ahead.
And I will give thee a crown of
And
life.
ultimately, you're going to get a crown of life.
Yeah. And that goes back to what Yahushua said. Fear not what they can do to the body, and there's nothing they can do to, So if it comes down, hey, we're going to kill it. Well, do what you got to do, man. The Lord could raise me back up. You know?
Well, not good. Take out the word could.
Yeah, the Lord will raise me back up.
You
Yeah.
will get raised up.
That's right.
That's right.
There's a scripture. What is that? 2 Thessalonians? You always bring it out. What is it? 1 Thessalonians 4?
Oh, yeah, 4 and 15?
Yeah. Get
Yeah.
that. Go ahead.
Matthew chapter 10, verse 28. And fear not them which kill the body, but are not able to kill the soul. But rather fear him which is able to destroy both soul and body in hell.
Yeah, because the time will come when they, you know, they'll lead you into that hall. You get threatened, you know. We get threatened. And then they'll put, oh, well, we're going to kill you if you don't take that chip. First of all, number one.
You got to say kill on.
Yeah.
Because you're going to be that much in the zone. The Most High going to put you in that zone.
Yep.
Going to Revelation 3, verse 10.
Absolutely.
Well, Pastor Todd, Nebuchadnezzar, he erected that golden image of himself. He wanted them three,
Daniel.
Daniel.
right, and the three brothers.
Mishael.
Right, I always forget. And he said, look, if you don't bow down when they blow the cornet, the sack button, and all that, then I will throw you into that furnace. Yeah, and then they said, well, you know, pretty much they said you're gonna have to throw us in there because you know we worship the Most High.
Yeah.
Right. And then he got mad because they said, look, the Lord going to deliver us, and if he doesn't, we're still not going to do what you want.
Right. And then when they threw him in there, he said,
There was another man.
yeah, then we throw. What he said? Then we throw
Three guys, yeah.
and the fourth one looks like this.
Yeah.
Hey, you know what happened? They said
And that was the fourth fifth.
they got the strongest men in Babylon to
Yeah,
throw them in
yeah,
there,
yep.
and that fire was so hot it licked down the
Yep.
strong men.
Well, they made the furnace 7 times hotter
Right.
than usual.
Right.
Yeah, I think the scripture said that.
So that was a divine force field that the Most High filled them.
Oh, yeah.
So we'll have the same force.
Yeah.
Well, that's why Romans
And then
15
these other camps that have, you know, have said that the mark of the beast is a Christian embargo, all those guys are going to either bug out or they're going to wind up taking the ship anyway.
Yeah.
The Most High not going to give the spirit to resist the ship. You guys have made a big mistake going to them other camps, man. You should have came to Great Millstone, but now it's too late.
Yeah, I got
When
first,
the IUIC gets broken up, please, y'all guys, please don't come running to us.
which they will get well, they're getting breaking up now.
Don't come running to us, man. 'Cause we can't help you.
Hey, Kanai, what happened? Kanai got demoted.
Oh yeah, that's the beginning of the end for them. And Kanai is probably going to turn against Nate. They're going to turn into Reservoir Dogs. Well, Nate, you demote me. I got something on you. Yeah.
They all broke up among themselves.
We gonna laugh,
It's
man.
like when hot dog and hamburger went to war. You know, now he finally got rid of the hamburger.
But wait a minute. Didn't I say they're gonna break up?
You sure did. You called it a long time ago.
And they broke up. And that stripped the hell out of this guy, Element. Element said, "Oh shit, I remember Todd saying that."
Yeah. And why the hell is Nate demoting Kanai when he benefited from Kanai's bullshit?
Right.
As if Nate never benefited from the money that Kanai was getting and he was getting. Just shows you Nate is the ultimate hypocrite, man.
And they did that shit for money.
I got 1 Thessalonians 4 and 15. For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain, no, let me start 14. For if we believe that Yahushua died and rose again, even so them also which sleep in Yahushua will Yahweh bring with him.
That's Abba, King Mashah, Yaikwab, you know?
Those are the brothers that died knowing this truth. Will Yahweh,
And many others.
yeah, will Yahweh bring with him? For this we say unto you by the word of the Lord, that we which are alive and remain unto the coming of the Lord shall not prevent them which are asleep. So even if brothers died resisting the chip, they're asleep.
And
So
they're going to come up out of that grave.
Con.
And their bodies are going to be put back together.
For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout.
Oh, and they're coming back as young men.
Coming back,
going
yeah.
to come back as a 20-year-old man.
King
look
Marshall
like
too.
what he looked like when he was 20 years old.
Yeah, and that's something.
Marshall going to look like what he looked like when he was like in his 20s and 30s.
Yeah,
and I remember Mo, I saw Mo told me pictures of when he was a young man.
Wow.
When he was in his 20s.
Wow. Check that out. Yeah, that's going to be beautiful too. For the Lord himself.
Yaquab showed me pictures when he was in his 20s.
Oh, I saw him. Yeah, he had the cowboy. Yeah, the cowboy. Yeah.
The 6
Yeah,
and the cowboy hat on.
Yeah,
You know?
Con.
Down at that casino
Casino.
in Belgrade, Florida.
Yeah, the real cowboys with jakes. For the Lord himself shall descend from heaven with a shout, with the voice of the archangel, and with the trump of the heavenly Father, and the dead in Yahushua shall rise first. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds.
So who's going to be the first ones to be beamed up into them ships? The ones that died in the Lord. We're going to see them going up, and then after they all go up, then we're going to go up, you know?
Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air.
Ain't no clouds like a cumulus cloud, nasty Nas. It's an actual ship. And the reason why you can't see it because the Most High took it from you.
Yeah.
Just like he took the tribe from you, you know?
Yeah, at one time he could see it, but he don't see it no more. Then we
Because
which
he was not of us.
Con. Then we which are alive and remain shall be caught up together with them in the clouds to meet the Lord in the air, and so shall we ever be with the Lord. Wherefore comfort one another with these words.
So we're supposed to comfort one another with these words.
Somebody had a precept?
But this is the comforter.
Go ahead.
Romans 14:8. So whether we live unto the Lord. Whether we die unto the Lord. Whether we live therefore or die, we are the Lord's. For to this end, Yahushua both died and rose and revived, that he might be Lord both of the dead and the living.
Beautiful.
Go ahead.
Isaiah chapter 26, verse 20. Come, my people, and thou into thy chambers, and shut thy doors about thee. Hide thyself as it were for a little moment, until the indignation comes back.
And what's the indignation? What's the indignation? The destruction of mystery. So right now, you go to Psalm 91 and read that whole chapter quick.
As the brother was reading the scripture, GMS Vegas sit-downs put the same scripture. Sure is the Holy Spirit working, man. As he was reading it, it just popped right up.
And you know what? The scripture that you just read, Isaiah, you could have read Matthew 25. You know, because what the wise are going to tell the foolish is go to the sellers and buy. And it said, "What?" Matter of fact, go right to the point. We know the story. Go right to the point where it said go to the sellers and buy. But go maybe a verse or two above that. Because right now we're in the time of the fulfillment of Matthew 25th chapter, 10 verses. Go ahead.
Matthew 25:6. And at midnight there was a cry made, Behold, the bridegroom cometh.
And who's making the cry? Us. All right? So we at midnight. Midnight what? Midnight of East was downfall. Go ahead.
Go ye out to meet him.
So that's what we're telling you. Get into this truth, know that you're an Israelite. Blase, learn the scriptures, go out and be a teacher. And all that we're saying, go out to meet him.
It says, Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, Give us of your oil, for our lamps are going out.
There's going to be a point where they can't understand these scriptures and they've been faking it.
Yeah.
So a lot of them going to try to get really what they're doing. A lot of them go on our videos and watch our videos, and they'll come up under different avatars and ask us questions,
Right.
really picking our brains.
Right.
All right?
Yeah, when it said trim their lamps, when you look that word up, it means to teach. Like when you're trimming your lamp is your spirit, which has the word in it. When you're trimming it, you're teaching. But some guys have the oil and some don't. So the guys that don't have the oil, as they're teaching it's not making any sense.
Because there's no oil to keep the wick burning.
Right, exactly.
When you light that wick, it'll stay on for a little while.
Yep.
But what keeps it on is the oil.
The oil, yeah. Yeah.
It comes through the wick.
It comes through the
Yeah.
wick, and that's the fuel for the fire.
Yeah, I remember back in the day, this is in the 70s, back in the islands where my parents are from, when the lights went out, she'd pull out the lamp. And the lamp had a big fat wick, and the wick dangles right into the well of the oil is at the bottom of the lamp. So I remember that, you know, when the storms back in the islands, you know.
Now during the time of the Maccabees, the miracle of the Maccabees was when they found when Antiochus Epiphanes, the father of the temple, they found enough oil to go one day. So when they lit the wick, It stayed on for how many? It was 8 days, 7 days, 8 days. You know.
Also, when they trim their lamps, their zeal starts going too. Not only is their knowledge going, their zeal of teaching is going.
Right. Yeah.
So that's all, you know, that they trim their lamps and they you know,
There was no oil.
there was no oil, right? Because the oil keeps you passionate.
Oh, that we were talking about a guy that trimmed his lamp and it found out he ain't got no oil.
Yeah.
You know.
Just like the oil keeps
a lot
the
of
lamp.
these guys
Yep.
that fell off, they just some guys recently, man.
Yeah.
One brother recently,
Yeah.
he just stopped coming.
Oh yeah, yeah.
There's a lot of guys that got into fights,
Yep.
arguments with us, and we kicked them out, or they left. They're gonna do their own thing.
Yeah.
Then they eventually they don't do it no more, like the guy.
Yeah.
You know. And some guys just kind of fade away.
Yeah.
They don't do it no more, man.
Yeah, the oil keeps you burning, just like the oil keeps a car. If the car ain't got no oil in it, the engine's gonna seize.
It's gonna seize up.
Ain't going nowhere.
Hey,
When you got that spiritual oil, your engine's gonna seize up.
Your engines will seize up.
I got a
spiritual
preset.
engine, don't let don't let the spiritual engine seize up. You got to keep oil in the car. You got to keep liquids in the car, man.
Yeah.
That's the thing that keeps the car going, man.
Yeah, that oil, man. Oh, the
All
oil.
the oils.
Yeah. Cut.
The antifreeze.
Antifreeze.
This,
Gasoline.
you get water.
Which the
gasoline.
transmission fluid, isn't that oil too? That's
It's oil.
another type of oil. Yeah.
It's a special type of
Oil is something else, man. The oil is what keeps the spider from not trapping in his web. Now you notice when the spider dies, it traps in its own web.
I forget. I've read the scripture.
Yeah.
And I
saw the
anoint
video.
you with eye salve.
Yeah.
What's eye salve? It's an oil.
It's an oil.
You know.
Hey, it's like
I shall anoint you with eye salve that thou mayest see.
Yeah.
See what? See them scriptures.
yeah, like
Yeah.
Be able to break down them precepts.
Right. The elder pastor of the choir used to bring out the owl could see it in the night because it has a
Special oil, yeah.
Eye salve.
I forgot what video I was watching that brought that out. Oh, the spider secretes the oil from its body, which allows it to glide right over the web. It just glides right over. Yeah. The oil.
And we allowed to glide over them scriptures.
Yeah. Well, you brought out the word subtile, which means under the web. We're not trapped in the web is under us.
So you have something?
Yeah, it was going into these guys who come to find out that they leaked. They leaked the knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the Heavenly Father.
Oh, there is oil in the house. Is that what you got?
No, I got the Matthew 13.
I got. Let
We
me see
ain't
that.
finished,
Now, I gotta finish
All right. Yep.
This is back in Matthew 25:8. And the fool said unto the wise, give us of your oil,
Because those guys are going to be found out to be fools. You see? Go ahead.
for our lamps are going out.
They ain't got no
And
oil.
the precept says, or going out. But
Or
the
going
wise
out.
answered, saying, not so, lest there be not enough for us and you. But go,
And why? Because the scripture said, work out your own soul salvation. With fair and trembling. We can't stop and teach you when we're supposed to be out here. Well, you got to serve. We got a school for you. You got to come to the school. No, we're teaching the people now. Watch the video. When we say go to the Sullivan by, meaning watch our videos. All you guys, this is the order. To all you Israelites out there, all of you, all you groups, watch Great Millstone videos.
Yeah, so you can
get
learn.
the record straight. You know, the new series is the Back to the Basics. You know?
it says,
I got a quick precept. Proverbs 21:20. There is treasure to be desired and oil in the dwelling of the wise.
Yep.
But a foolish man spendeth it up. How you get around that?
And you know what that means, spending it up, meaning a lot of these guys were sold up. Esau gave them money. They said, look, you can still teach the Israel. Just don't teach the name. Take this scripture out and say Mary was a virgin, you know? They're like ICGJC. They clearly sold the fuck out. And they don't know, nobody, and when they mention all these alphabet camps, what's the camps, the names that come pop up? IUIC, ISUPK, GMS. GMS always comes up. Anytime we talk about Israel, GMS always comes up, man. Oh, this guy Kanye West he was in Africa, he was doing a song in Africa, and he was speaking about Israel, man. But he was saying 2019 is the fulfillment of prophecy that we're going to get out of here. Then he said, we're the 12 tribes of Judah. So it's obvious he's been watching us. If he's been watching IUIC, he's been watching us. No, he been watching ISUBK. He been watching this group, GOCC. You know?
Quick precept, another one.
And what is Great Millstone known for? Constantly teaching. That's what we known for, man. We known for having shindigs and luau's, marriages,
prophesying.
You know, our thing is we known for prophesying. Yeah,
grinding like a great millstone.
You prophesy. The Apocrypha says, "Be occupied in prophecy."
Well, the millstone grinds meal. That's exactly what we do. We grinded that meal, that spiritual meal. Psalm 23 and 5, it says, "Thou preparest a table before me in the presence of mine enemies. Thou anointest my head with oil. My cup runneth over." King David said that.
So going back to Matthew 25 and 9, but the wise answer saying, "Not so, lest there be not enough for us and you, but go ye rather to them that sell and buy for yourself."
Yeah, figure it out for yourself. In other words, we ain't got time to go, you know, to take you back to the baby steps, you know?
Yeah, grab you by the hand like you were a little baby.
Yeah.
And then a lot of them not going to come into it either because they're full of pride. And we can do a hell of a subject on the word pride, man.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of these guys know that the mark of the beast is the chip.
Yeah.
And they know that we got it right and we had it right.
Right.
But they're not going to admit it because then all the people are going to say, well, wait a minute, why should we follow you? Maybe we should be following them.
Right.
They don't want that, man. They don't want to lose their congregation.
That's right.
I got a precept. Come on,
Go ahead.
Ezekiel 13 and 3. Thus saith the Lord power. Woe unto the foolish prophets that follow their own spirit and have seen nothing. O Israel, thy prophets are like the foxes in the deserts.
Yeah, like the one guy who comes to mind, I gotta say, Nate, man. That guy is slick. That's slick. That's a slick dude. And we've known that from day one. We know that guy from back from the old school. Back in the old school, he was slick.
Yeah, well, Nate had to admit that we got kicked out of the school at the House of David because we were teaching that Cornelius was an Israelite. And then we humbled down and said, well, we won't teach it. Which we knew that Cornelius was an Israelite. And years later, come to find out that he's now teaching. All the guys that were part of that council, that wicked council that kicked us out, because we said that Cornelius is an Israelite, they all kicked that Cornelius is an Israelite. Oh, including Daniel. Daniel said, oh, I don't know why they said. Man, you wasn't teaching that Cornelius was an Israelite. You were teaching that he was an Edomite, and the only reason why you changed up is because we kept hitting it to you, and then other camps started seeing it, you know?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
Because you ain't nothing but Joseph of Arimathea anyway. You ain't no prophet. You Joseph, I know I saw it in the corner of my eye. I heard the motherfucker's voice. You Josephus, man. You Flavius Josephus, man. You Nicodemus. You ain't no prophet. They just like, you know how got into it, man, that gas station, man. He said, Ariana's wicked and you wicked. And I say, we'll see about that. We'll see about that. We'll see about that. Yeah, we all gonna see about that. You're gonna see that the Most High ain't dealing with you, man.
Yeah, Lahab, you're wicked, man. All them people you ripped off.
Yeah.
Man, you got the nerve, man.
Well, he gonna pump himself up.
I mean, that dude ripped off Mad Brothers, man.
He pump himself up.
Don't pump yourself up.
You don't pump his ass up. And I say, I said, stop wearing all that goddamn black. And that dude had black on from head to toe, man.
Yeah, because he's a black heart man.
With studs on it.
Remember that song? It's the
if
black
he-
heart
and
man,
if he don't
children.
repent, hey, I was happy to see the guy. You know, you see people, yeah.
The black heart man. You
That's
see the
black-
black.
yeah, black heart. And I told him, I said, look, back when you were righteous, you were wearing white. You know? So the Lord ain't dealing with him unless the Most High have mercy on you, Lahab.
Black heart man. You're black heart.
You repent and you swallow your pride,
Yeah.
you're not going to see the other side.
Hell yeah. Because you're the black heart man. They like the song, for even the lions fear him.
I gotta hear that song.
Buddy Weller, Black Heart Man. Yeah, that's a bad song, man. It's a bad song.
Jeremiah chapter 14, verse 14. Then the Lord Yahweh said unto me, the prophets prophesying lies in my name, I sent them not, neither have I commanded them, that is spake unto them, they prophesy unto you a false vision and divination.
Well, the fourth vision is the mark of the beast, is embargo, Christianity, and this and that. It's talking about countries and nations. With the 17th verse in Revelation 13 tell you about a man, the very man. Now, when I ran into Nate, two of Nate's men at a particular BJ's uptown, I just went right on it. Man, I said, Shalom, brother, he ain't know how to make whether you want to fight or argue or whatever. I just went right into the scriptures, man. And I kept trying to get them to go to the 17th verse, and they didn't want to go to the 17th verse. Because at that time, Nate was teaching that it's not talking about a man, it's talking about corporations and countries and shit. But the 17th verse cuts that, man.
It says, they prophesy unto you a false vision and divination, and a thing of naught.
Thing of naught.
And right, the mark of the beast being Christianity and embargo is a thing of naught. And the reason why they follow them because they're blind. Some people are blind, they're zombies. Whatever they say, they believe, cursed be the man that trusts in the man. You know? Yeah?
Yeah, over at the IUIC, it's the gospel according to Nate. It ain't according to Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, it's according to Nate.
It says, in the deceit of your hearts. Jeremiah 17, verse 9. The heart is deceitful above all things, and desperately wicked. You can know it.
That's right.
Zechariah chapter 13, start at verse 3. It shall come to pass that the man shall prophesy, then his father and mother that begat him shall say unto him, Thou shalt not live, but thou speakest lies in the name of the Lord, and his father and his mother that begat him shall thrust him through and he prophesied. And it shall come to pass in that day that the prophet shall be ashamed every one of his vision.
Yeah.
When he prophesied, neither shall they wear a rough garment to deceive.
And that shows you the prophets wore rough garments. They didn't wear them fancy, schmancy garments. Yahushua said it best. He said, they that wear soft clothing are in king's houses.
And he was referencing it of
John the Baptist.
Because they were looking, when they saw John the Baptist and the Lord, like, that's the man. He was one of the greatest prophets. But they were looking at him sideways. Because he didn't have the super galactic garment on.
Yeah.
You know? He was roughing
Camel's
it, man.
hair.
He was roughing it, man. You know?
And the camel is rough, man.
He probably had a crazy beard.
Yeah.
You know? Like a ZZ Top type beard.
Yeah.
Yeah, he looked off, you know.
Awake, O sword, against my shepherd, and against the man that is my fellow, saith the Lord of hosts. Smite the shepherd, and the sheep shall be scattered, and I will turn my hand upon the little.
And like that dude, remember Mawa, he looked at you. And
Oh,
you,
yeah.
You, in that spur, you know, because me, you, and we were like, wow, man.
Yeah,
and when the New Jack City got broken up, we went in there, and I had that poncho on looking like an ancient prophet. And we came up in there cursing.
Oh, we came out raw, man. Damn, we were raw. Man. Oh, it was raw.
And then he said that he said, you got that John the Baptist.
Yeah, he said that. Like, that was an insult.
That's a compliment.
That was a compliment, man. You know? What kind of spirit we're supposed to have? We're supposed to have the John the Baptist type spirit, man. That's the spirit that Yahushua even...
Yahushua said of all prophets of born of a woman, there's none greater than John.
Yeah. So
if you want to be somebody, you want to be like John.
Yeah, I want to be like John. Yeah, that's right.
Matthew chapter 7, verse 15. It says, beware of false prophets which come to you in sheep's clothing.
How do you know a guy is a false prophet? If he teaches you that the mark of the beast is an embargo in Christianity, that guy's a false prophet.
And they always come delicately, too. Like I was watching, it just happened to pop on GOCC, the way he was talking. And you know?
Don't even talk about them.
Yeah,
you guys are, that's a terrible man.
Oh, but the way he was talking, like he was all delicate. And then the same thing with Nate. Oh, Israel, it's cold, Israel. It's cold.
And they got a Edomite televangelist televangelist.
Spirit on them, man. Instead of being straightforward, look, motherfucker. Hey, you know, that's,
What's up? We curse. We know
Yeah.
it's being curses, man.
hell yeah.
We curse.
Yeah.
Every once in a while, you motherfucker.
Now, y'all saw that video with Nate, right? Tell me that motherfucker ain't the devil, man. That's Satan, man. Oh, Israel. It's cold, Israel. It's cold.
Oh, a couple of weeks ago, it was last week, we both were sick, right?
Yeah.
Well, we wasn't coughing when we got back in the car.
Oh, man.
You know, we was all...
I thought I was going to drop dead.
Well, I told them, I'm not going to really speak on being in the car.
Yep.
That didn't happen. And then you kind of, I said, nigga, boy, you going to be in the car.
Yeah.
And we was out here teaching, man.
Yeah, fuck it.
Yep.
Yeah. And Nate, man. Oh, come on, man. That's
Hey, you know what he is? That's cream corn.
I'm sorry, man. I'm sorry, man. That
People
dude.
are beginning to see, and people are beginning to see who are the true men of the Lord.
Oh, hell yeah.
And I'll say this. I pray that every man of the Lord.
Same here. Same here.
I'm doing what the man of the Lord is supposed to do, and I pray that I keep doing it, man.
Bro.
What did King David say? Take not away from me thy Holy Spirit.
Thy Holy Spirit. And like Job said, though he slay me, yet will I maintain my trust in him. So no matter what, I'm going to maintain my trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushai. Though he slay me. I always remember that scripture, because that's the attitude we want to have, you know? Because you can't lose with the Most High. You can't lose with Yahweh Shem Yahushai. You can't lose. How you can lose?
With Yahweh Shem Yahushai.
That's right. How you going to lose? All you're going to do is win, you know?
And this is the only book, and I've been saying this a lot. The scriptures, the Bible is the only book that prophesied about the mark of the beast.
Con.
Ain't no book.
No other
on
book,
the planet
yeah. It's true.
Spoke about that.
That's true.
You know?
That's true.
I got a precept. Isaiah 30, verse 8. Now go, write it before them in a table, and note it in a book, that it may be for the time to come forever and ever, that this is a rebellious people, lying children, children that would not
So
hear.
the Most High told us. He said, go out
Yeah.
and teach these people. But I'm going to tell you right now,
You warned us.
they're gonna rebel again. You see, hey, if Jay-Z was out here, right?
Oh,
Let's
man.
say Jay-Z came out here, just tell nobody. Somebody going to say, this motherfucker like Jay-Z. They'll make a call. All of a sudden, it's going to be on YouTube.
Gonna be a
All of
mob.
a sudden, this motherfucking block will be filled with people, man.
It'd be a mob, yeah.
Because they of the world, and they speak of the world, and the world hears them.
Yep, verse 9. That this is a rebellious people, lying children, children that will not hear the law of the Lord, which say to the seers, see not, like a chip. We tell them there's a chip, they're telling us no, it's not. They're saying, nah, don't see that as the,
See not.
see not.
Yeah. In other words, don't give us the truth. Just
Right.
lie to us.
Lie to us. Ignorance is bliss.
Yep.
Tell me
Cipher.
lies, tell me
Sweet little lies. Yeah.
Tell me lies.
That's it. That is a bad song.
That's a bad song.
Yeah, come.
Sung by a witch.
Yeah. Yeah. The whole band was a band of witches.
They're probably all shake.
Yeah, I wouldn't doubt it. I wouldn't doubt it.
Which say to the seers, see not, and to the prophets, prophesy not unto us right things. Prophesying about the chip is a right thing, because it's a true thing. Speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits.
Is that the one that says, I caused the Holy One to visit the teaching before?
Yep. Get you out of the way, turn aside out of the path, cause the Holy One of Israel to cease from before us.
Yeah. So when you don't want to hear the prophecies of the scriptures, you're telling us to take the Most High away from God.
Well, that's what that group did, the IUIC. That's what they did. They caused them to go out of the way.
Yeah.
They don't deal with the Hebrew.
The name of the Lord.
They don't deal with the name of the Lord or His only begotten Son.
They don't deal with the mark of the beast.
They don't deal with the mark of the beast. They're teaching about marriages and shit. When we're not in that time.
They don't go out on the streets.
Yeah, they really don't go out on the streets and
guys,
teach.
not too many of them guys going out.
Yeah.
You know, they pack it in about the beginning end of September into the first week of October.
Yep.
They don't care. But watch when it hits the springtime.
Oh, yeah.
Watch all these unity camps just pop up. They're going to pop out of nowhere. You know?
Yeah. Even their leader said it was too cold. It was too cold for him to do a 10-minute video, a 5-minute video.
I got a precept.
Yeah, you got it, bro.
Leviticus 19 and 14. Thou shalt not curse the deaf, nor put a stumbling block before the blind, but shall fear thy power. I am the Lord.
Now,
that's us.
You know what that means? You got an actually blind person, and you don't like the guy, and you actually take a stone or something and put it in front of him, you kind of snickle and laugh and
Right.
watch him fall.
Right.
But then the spiritual aspect of that is what? To take a scripture and say, this means this, but you don't know because you're learning under the teacher. You're looking at this guy as a great teacher, you know? And then you follow that guy, what he says, and you stumble.
What's that? Habakkuk, the second chapter. It says, let's see if that's
What does it say?
right here. Habakkuk 2:15. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and maketh him drunken also, that thou mayest look on their nakedness, so that you can make them go off. You know? The Lord's going to say, woe unto you. He says, thou art filled with shame for glory, drink thou also, and let thy foreskin be uncovered. The cup of the Lord's right hand shall be turned unto thee, and shameful spewing shall be on thy glory. Now this is dealing with America, but it's also dealing with you false prophets too, man. Because for a long time, you had these guys, the IUIC looking to the world as they were the most benevolent camp, you know, the most nicest guys, but then come to find out that they're nothing but a bunch of scumbags, man.
Yeah, some guy put earlier, another guy left, another top guy. Uzziah, Captain Uzziah or something?
That name sounds familiar.
Yeah, it sounds familiar, yeah. So it's
A
just,
lot of those guys are slowly leaving.
they leave him,
You
yeah.
know? Whether they're disenchanted or whether there's a lot of... Well, the scriptures say this. A little leaven leaveneth the whole
Whole lump, yeah.
So if anything, you know, if the guy's going on, he's doing something that's not right, you got to get on his ass, man.
Right.
You know?
That's what reproof is about. Rebuke. You know? What do you think those things are written in the scripture? Rebuke. Because there's sometimes when the guy go off, you got to get on him. You got to curse him out.
And it was doomed from
Yeah,
the
but
start.
if you get cursed out, you can't say, stop cheating.
Right. That's right.
It was doomed from the start because Israel is not going to be united in Christ. That's madness. Israel united in Christ.
Who the hell is Christ?
First of all, the Lord is looking for the elect of Israel.
Right.
Second of all, the Lord's name is not Christ.
Right.
So
Somebody
that
told me, Matthew 20, keep talking. Matthew 22, I'll go right to the point.
so that was doomed from the start, brothers.
Not having on
That was doomed from the start. Doomed from the start. And what is that? Psalm 127?
Hey, well, because that was an untempered mortar.
Ton.
You know, that's what it is. It's untempered mortar.
Right.
It's not real cement. It's not a real glue.
No
It's not going to stick.
Just hold it one second.
It's not going to stick.
I got a quick precept, Apostle, if I could bring it up.
Yeah.
This is Matthew 23, verse 27. Woe to you, scribes and Pharisees, hypocrites!
That's
for ye
them.
are like unto whited sepulchres, which indeed appear beautiful outward. IUIC appear beautiful outward.
Yeah, with the garments.
pretty,
Which,
you know.
which by the way, check it out. It's extortion because everyone has to get that same garment.
Right.
And they got to buy it. Now, this guy
Well, they did
Bez,
that back with Lahab. Lahab in the Central Command. You
Yeah.
had to get a garment for $250, you know? And they did it so they can get that money.
get that money.
Hey, you know those t-shirts, the purple t-shirts, they're like about $32 a pop.
Yeah. Well, Bez brought it out. Bez, he said there was a company they had called Original Linens, something like that, and everyone that came into the IUIC had to buy a garment from them. Now, if a brother said, "Well, I got a wife, she sews," the brother couldn't go to the leadership and say, "Look, my wife can make my garment." They weren't trying to hear that.
Because it was all about money.
So that's extortion,
And
brothers.
and that's what, hey, the scriptures tell you about the love of money. It's the root of all evil.
That's right.
Now,
Matter of fact, we're going to read it.
Now you notice in Great Millstone, first of all, we don't have no uniform garments. If a brother want to wear a burlap sack to the camp, as long as it got a border of blue and fringes, he good to go. Okay?
I got a little more. It says, for ye are like unto whited sepulchres, which indeed appear beautiful outward, but are within full of dead man's bones, and of all uncleanness.
And then I think as you read on, it says extortion and excess. There you go. Like that guy, Kanai, tell me that ain't excess. The guy gets a $300 house, $300,000 house, and a 15-passenger car,
Brand new.
brand new. Come on, man.
And then you got that other clown, Lord Jr.
Right.
You know, talking about, I need a house too.
Yeah, because his boy got a house.
Yeah.
Kanai got a house, so everybody wants a house. Now, first of all, are we in the time of buying houses?
Is it time for you to live in your sealed house?
And my house is not built? Didn't the Lord say that? That was what, Micah? Haggai. Yeah, Haggai.
Somebody hold also 1 Timothy 6, start from the 3rd verse. And that's what happened at 1 West. It was all about how much money you get.
All that money.
Yeah, the Apostle Paul told Timothy, having food and remnant, let us therewith be content. So just having the basics, that's what we're supposed to get, man.
Like Yahushua had with the apostles and disciples, they had a treasury.
Yeah.
Remember we did the calculation on it? And I believe they had about $30,000, $40,000 in this time, which is not a lot of money, but if something happened, they got money. But these guys was like getting money so I can get this house, I can get this car, get this, you know? Or they'll get a better type of clothes. They don't have to go to Kmart anymore. They can go to Macy's, or they can go to Saks Fifth Avenue. You know, because they got that money.
Yeah.
So they can get them softer garments.
Yeah. The gay clothing.
Right, the gay clothing.
Right?
The gay clothing. You mean that literal, too.
Yeah.
Right. No, I don't want to read that right now. Give me one that I just asked. First Timothy 6. 6 and 3.
This is 1 Timothy 6 and 3. It says, if any man teach otherwise and consent not to hold the words, even the words of our Lord Yahushua, and to the doctrine which is according to godliness, he is proud, knowing nothing, but doting about questions and strife.
Now, you know what that word doting about? You know what the word doting means? I looked it up the other day. That's why you got to look up words. Doting means to keep bringing something up on the scripture, like keep questioning. Like if we teach something, they're questioning it, but they constantly question it. They bringing something else. It can't be that. It got to be this. It can't be that. Doting means you're gonna play it to death. Because it's nauseating. Because you don't even hear that guy no more. You know.
Wow.
That's why it's going to say a man that is a heretic after the second and third admonition, or the second admonition, reject. But such is the burden of himself, and no matter what you tell him, he's going to keep coming back with the same.
And that's why you got to kick guys out. If a guy come out, let's say he's in Great Millstone, and he says, well, I really can't see it. I've been looking it over, I really can't see that this is the mark of the beast and chip. Because you've been listening to other times, you know what you got to do to that guy? You got to move him to the side, tell him, show him, and if you can't get the second time, you got to tell him, look, man, well, we're going to be talking, we're going to be whispering behind his back anyway. This guy ain't going to last too long.
Yeah.
Talking about we change. And I told you, how long ago did I tell you about that dude? About 5 or 6 years ago, right? I said, watch that nigga.
Did he have some kind of rap name when he first came in? I forgot.
Yeah, I forgot. He was one of the first guys.
Yeah, he had some street name or some shit.
So he made a statement when Sarge went down there, but Sarge was talking shit over that Passover thing. Then he whispered, he got mad. He said, I'm going to go down to Florida. And he whispered in this guy's ears. And this nigga said, yeah, you ain't going to be saved because you listen to Taha's video. And right then and there, and that was back in 2008. I said, this nigga ain't going to make it. He ain't going to make it, man.
Oh, I remember now. K Slugger.
Your case slug.
I knew it. I knew it.
Oh, that was on his ass.
Yeah.
But I told you all that dude wasn't right years ago, man. You gotta listen to me.
Listen to me when I talk to you.
When I talk to you, when I say something about me.
I'm saying it in the spirit.
Listen.
I'm saying it. I'm looking at you.
Listen.
Go ahead.
It says, he is proud, knowing nothing, but doting about questions and strifes of words.
And that's what Nancy Dodge did. He questioned everything. Them guys ain't right. this thing that they're teaching, that ain't right. We're going to find it now. It really don't mean that. And that don't mean this. And tell us, he just tore, he just took peeled all this information off him, man. So he got nothing. Oh, well, he wasn't right anyway.
And we showed some real concern to that dude. The dude we were talking about, I'm just remembering, we showed some real concern to that dude, man.
Yeah, he was
I mean,
sick,
some real, genuine concern, man, because he was sick. And guy
Well,
turned
he's still sick. He's sick in the head.
yeah.
The whole head is sick.
And that's why certain guys wonder why we are the way we are, man. You know?
Certain guys need medication and prayer. Go ahead.
Pray for me,
He's about to be ready to do the Harlem Shake all over again.
The Harlem Shuffle.
Or the Harlem Shake, brother.
No, I was remembering the song. Woo! Do the Harlem Shuffle.
Thereof cometh envy, strife, railing, evil dissensions, perverse disputings of men without minds, and destitute of the truth. Destitute of the truth.
Destitute.
Hey, look at that word, destitute.
That ain't a good word.
That's not a good word.
No.
When you destitute,
Destitute.
Hand in hand with reprobate. That goes with reprobate.
and that's a heavy word.
Yeah.
You know? That means a man void of all judgment. And like Nancy Nas, he became a reprobate.
Oh yeah.
I got a quick precept.
Go ahead.
Amos 9:9. For lo, I will command and I will sift the house of Israel among all nations, like as corn is sifted in a sieve. Yet shall not the least grain fall upon the earth.
Yeah, because the Most High going to deliver his
His
own.
elect. Yeah, his elect. Yeah.
It's apostereo. To despoil,
Go ahead.
defraud, destitute, kept back by fraud. Defraud, destitute, kept back by fraud.
So you've been lied to.
Yeah.
The demon's been teaching you a bunch of nonsense. Go ahead, read on.
It says, perverse disputings of men of corrupt minds and destitute of the truth,
They're destitute of the truth. Huh? Go ahead.
supposing that gain is
And
godliness.
what does it mean by gain?
Oh,
What does it mean by gain?
lot of money.
It's a whole lot of materialistic things.
Yeah.
So the Hafid used to do that. This guy Amos, you can see that the Most High is with us because we are prospering.
Yep.
You know? And anytime we had meetings with Lahab in it, and he was, I'll be looking at Lahab, I'll be looking at him and shit. And Lahab was like looking like, why is this looking, because I had my finger on that scripture right there. As soon as he came up with some money stuff, and look, if you got money, you can have money, brother. If the Most High bless you with money, but you got guys that ain't never had nothing, and if they see a guy with a lot of money, they want to try to get some of that guy's money. You know?
Well,
That's right.
Joseph of Arimathea, he was rich.
Joseph of Arimathea, and he's going to be delivered.
Zacchaeus.
He's going to be Zacchaeus going to be delivered.
Yep.
All right. Nicodemus is going to most likely be delivered.
Cornelius.
Cornelius is one of us.
Hey, well, Abraham was rich, very rich.
Job was very rich. And at the end of the whole ordeal, he got all his riches back and his children back and more riches.
And more
They said
riches.
he was the richest man in the East.
There's nothing wrong with riches, but right now we're supposed to be rich in faith. The scriptures speak about poor in this, to the world's goods, but rich in faith. And when you're rich in faith, really when you're poor, that makes you rich in faith. Because now you trust in Yahweh Shem Yahushua, which makes you rich in faith. You know? Makes us rich in faith.
Hey, because you know what, man? You know what the Apostle Paul said? I know how to be
Abound?
abound and abase.
Abase.
Read real quick.
Real quick on the left. Now that I speak in respect of one, for I have learned in whatsoever state I am, therewith to be content.
Yeah! Woo! Content!
That's an important word.
So he was content. When Paul had things, he was content.
Yeah.
So this is good.
Yeah.
When he didn't have things, this is still good.
Still, yeah,
You know?
yeah.
You know the scripture say godliness with contentment is great gain?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there any more, bro?
Yeah, verse 12. I know both how to be abased and I know how to abound everywhere and in all things. I am instructed both to be full and to be hungry.
There you go.
Both to abound and to suffer need.
Now the reason why I asked you to mention it, you read it, it was because going back to me, myself, you, and Carl, we've been in situations, boy, where we.
Oh yeah.
Hey, brother.
We share a sandwich.
Oh yeah, that's what we used to do on a regular.
Yeah.
And we would work down at Mobile.
Yep, Mobile.
And we
Yep.
go to that spot at the block.
Yeah.
And get a chicken parmesan wedge,
Yep.
which is real small and cut in half,
Yep.
and we split it. Oh, the waffle. We was in Long Island.
Okay.
We went to Burger King.
Okay.
That's back when we was eating that junk.
Right.
And it was like Thursday. We had hardly no money. We was gonna get paid the next day.
Right.
So we had to eat.
Right.
We got a damn waffle and cut that shit in half, man.
Oh
You know?
yeah.
Break bread.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
But then,
But then there's times where brothers, hey, y'all had the construction thing.
Oh, yeah.
And y'all had all that money.
Yeah.
Did that stop y'all? Did that slow y'all down? Hey, brother, I done came with the money. I got lawsuits and shit. You know?
nah, that didn't
And
stop.
did I say, well, look, I'm gonna take
Hell
a
no.
month off
Hell no.
because I want to go to. I never went to Las Vegas and shit. Nah, we did the same thing. And the Most High tested us like that.
Yep.
He gave us things and he took things away.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember Apostle Ricard and myself, we were working for Mobile. We were broke. We only had enough money to get a half a chicken. But we had to share that half a chicken, man. And it's messed up because we both like the white meat, you know? So we both trying to eat on the white meat, then we had to end up eating dark meat.
Oh no, we've been there, man. Been there.
Yeah.
Been homeless.
We experienced both, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Then one time, remember Rocky one? I think I had like $2. We went to Taco Bell. We got 2 tacos, one for one for me. That's all the money we had.
Oh yeah, there are times I walked to the school from Brooklyn, from Church Avenue, and I have a token. When I you know what, I used the token to get some order fries from Moab right around the corner from the school. Hey, but them fries was good back in the day, man.
We were hosting. You know, we had a lot of Chinese food too, man. But Chinese food, they give you a lot for a little bit of money, man. Hey, but like right about now, we're doing all right.
No,
You know, if a brother's in a situation, a diligent brother,
yeah.
they gonna about you pick me, I need $800. Guess what? If we don't got it, somebody got it.
Oh, yeah, he gonna get it.
We got 400. We need another 400.
Yeah.
No problem. Boom, 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 boom. We did that, brother.
Yeah.
We did that to young brothers, man.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And I would never look at no brother with a whole lot of money to just try to get shit out of him, man. You know?
And call him the pocket.
But then that's disrespect. Here's somebody giving you money out of love, and you disrespecting the guy, man.
The pocket. So you don't see him as a brother.
You see him as an ATM.
As an
He's
ATM machine.
ATM machine with fringers.
How you justify that, IUIC?
He's an ATM machine with fringers, man. You say, let me go call this nigga. Yeah, I need $12,000. Let me go call this nigga, the pocket.
The pocket.
That was fucking wicked, man. I would never do that. Hey, anybody that helped me money-wise, monetarily-wise, man, I ain't never disrespected nobody like that, man.
I can testify to that.
Hey, Malak, he helped us out on plenty of occasions on monetary.
Yeah.
He bailed us out.
Yeah.
Did I ever call him the pocket?
No, hell no.
No, man. I gave that brother the
Utmost respect, yeah. And he had money.
And he had money.
Yeah.
He wasn't no diligent guy that came out and spoke and all that, you know? Hey, when he came around, brother, that was a brother, man.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
I got something.
He gonna be raised up too.
Oh yeah,
He's
I
definitely
strongly
gonna be raised
believe
up,
that.
but He's a help.
Yeah.
It tells you in 1 Corinthians 12 chapter,
Con.
governments, part of governments is help. He was a help, man.
He
like
want-
Zacchaeus,
Yeah.
like
Yep.
Joseph of Arimathea, you know?
Yeah, he wanted to see all three of us before he knew he was going to pass. And when we saw him,
And
brothers,
I didn't see him. I didn't
this
see
is a
him,
good
brother.
thing you didn't
I
see
said-
him,
I
Pastor
said, y'all
Tar.
go-
You didn't want to see him the
I
way
said,
the way
y'all
we
go
saw
see
him,
We saw him in the hospital, man.
brother. You knew he was. You knew he
Well,
was.
he knew. He knew.
Brother, you see a guy like that, you knew he was going. You know.
Look,
Go ahead, bring the precept out. And hold them precept that we had earlier.
Sirach chapter 31, verse 6, verse 5, excuse me. He that loveth gold shall not be justified. He that followeth corruption shall have enough thereof. Gold hath been the ruin of many, and their destruction was
And that means money.
Yeah, real money.
Now Job had money. that didn't ruin him. Abraham had money. That didn't ruin him.
And the so-called money, that's not even money, what we got today.
That's
At least
FRN.
back then they had real money.
FRN.
This is FRNs, that the scriptures speak about uncertain riches, not to trust in uncertain riches. That's talking about now, man, the so-called money that we have. That's not even money.
I got you.
You got, yeah, go ahead, bro.
Luke 4:4. And Yahushua answered him, saying, It is written that man shall not live by bread alone, but by every word of the Most High.
There you go.
Another scripture says, every word that proceeded out of the mouth of the Most High. What do we got? We got precepts on deck, right? Go ahead.
Go ahead. Go ahead. John 4:23. But the hour cometh, and now is, when the true worshipers shall worship the Father in spirit and in truth, for the Father seeketh such to worship him. That's it. That's the time that we're coming into, man. 2019, things are about to speed up. And a part of that is how y'all about to know try to get the Lord up. Ezekiel chapter 33, verse 33. And when this cometh to pass, lo, it will come, then shall they know that a prophet has been among them. Yeah, the main thing that's going to come to pass is the R5 Egypt being the mark of the beast. I'm going to say this one more time before we close up. Radio frequency, I hear the station device. Then you're going to know that a prophet was among you. The Heavenly Father has sent with our prophets to us.
Yeah, because the Heavenly Father used us to tell you guys about all those things. You that's been watching us faithfully through the years. We've been telling you that pursuant to the Holy Scriptures. Unlike them other groups, they haven't really been telling you what's really coming down, as they say, down the pike, man.
Proverbs 1 verse 28. Then shall they call upon me, but I will not answer. They shall seek me early, but they shall not find me. Yes, so in the time of Jacob's trouble, when Esau said try to mandate or fight righteousness, to mark the peace, these people are going to fall in the name of Yahweh trap, but the Lord is not going to answer. Because when the time when the Lord was falling back to return unto him, by taking heed of his prophets, they weren't taking heed. So because they weren't taking heed, they couldn't be restored. Right. I got 2 Ezra 1:25. Seeing ye have forsaken me, I will forsake you also. When you desire me to be gracious unto you, I shall have no mercy upon you. But whensoever you shall call upon me, I will not hear you. For ye have defiled your hands with blood, and your feet are swift to commit manslaughter. And that's going to 2/3 of the nation of Israel. That right now, the Heavenly Father is searching for the sin through us, because we're the mouthpiece of y'all watching outside, man. We're out here warning you. Not even for warning to you about the incoming things, about the glorified Egypt. But y'all don't want to hear it, man. Alright? So seeing in that day when all these things come to pass, you're going to call upon the name of the Lord, and the Most High is not going to hear you, okay? Right. Because right now, we're the ones speaking for the Most High, man. But the scripture say, he that hears you, hears me, and he that not hears you, don't hear him that sent you. Alright? Simple as that.
Oh, and anybody it tells you in Acts the 5th chapter and the 38th verse, well, you got to go up to like the 29th verse and read down. When you jump down to the 38th verse, it tells you how if this thing be not of the Most High, it's going to come to naught.
Mm-hmm.
You know, I've been in this thing for over 30 years. There's brothers that I know here. Cousin has been in this thing for almost 30 years, or a little more than 30 years. And here it is. See, back at the One West school, when you was part of the One West camp, you was expected to go out all year long.
Yeah.
So when the old heads, you know, they got old and all that, and these guys did their own thing, man. They wanted to establish their own righteousness pursuant to Romans the 10th chapter. So they said they came up with their own tradition of men. They said, well, we're gonna take winters off. But that's not the old way.
No,
you know?
no.
I got a precept, Apostle. This is Ezekiel chapter 3,
verse 17.
Oh, I'm sorry. Now, Adam Abbott, basically what they're doing is doing what we do. They did a video the other day and it was out in the rain, and we out in the rain, winter. Hold up, who does that? What group does that? Us. So where did they get it from? Us. All them scriptures that Adam Abbott and them got, they got it from us.
Yep.
Now, if they're picking up Zabak, then they're a bunch of damn fools, because Zabak don't have the whole truth. Hey, Zabak, we give Zabak credit. He's out there on the highways and the byways, man. There's one brother, the elder Yakwa, he would come out to the camp a lot, man, and we welcome that brother with open arms, man. You know why? Because they're diligent in going out there, and they are teaching people out there that they're Israelites, man. But do they have the whole truth? No.
No.
We're the only group that can come out and say we got 100% truth. Go ahead.
All right, it says, Son of man, I have made thee a watchman unto the house of Israel. Therefore, hear the word at my mouth and give them warning from me. And that's why the Lord got that heavy spirit on us, especially GMS, to come out here, warn the people about the chip and all that, you know? So that they don't be taken by the wolf when the wolf comes. That was.
We got some more precepts that was going up.
Amos chapter 3, verse 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city, and the Lord Yahweh has not done it? Shall the Lord Yahweh, surely the Lord Yahweh Bashar Shai will do nothing, but he revealed his secrets unto his servants, the prophets.
That's right.
That's right.
This is 2nd Ezra 15:1. It says, Behold, speak thou in the ears of my people the words of prophecy, which I will put in thy mouth, saith the Lord.
Yeah.
And he ain't going to put it in every Israelite mouth. He's going to put it in the mouth of the prophet. The spirit of the prophet is subject to the prophet.
It says, and cause them to be written in paper, for they are faithful and true.
Yeah, the paper is the Holy Scriptures. And they're faithful and true, meaning they're going to happen. They're going to come to pass. So all that we read about, the destruction of America, Yahushua coming back, the chariots, the destruction, all that's going to happen, man. For their faith.
Coming over here, slave ships.
Yeah.
You know, going into slavery.
Yeah.
That's all we've been seeing. All those prophecies came to pass.
Oh, they're.
Deuteronomy 28:68 came to pass.
Yeah.
Most of Deuteronomy 28 chapters came to pass. A lot of scriptures came to pass.
Yeah, for their faithful and true, the chip, when the Apostle John saw in the vision on the island of Patmos, all had to come and, get that chip, receive that mark.
And you know what he saw? Like, I'm doing so many videos on the chip and Mark of the Beast that I'm starting to see the movie in my head.
What of what he saw?
You know, huh?
See what of what he saw.
Right.
Yeah.
What John saw, he actually saw people lining up and actually getting the chip.
Oh yeah.
He
Oh yeah.
actually saw it.
He saw it. Yeah. Yeah.
So he wrote down what he saw.
He wrote down what he saw.
He wrote down what he saw. That's
Yeah.
why he used the Hebrew word. The Hebrew word for the mark would be is it quite?
In the Hebrew, yeah.
In the Hebrew,
Quite,
it'd be
yeah.
quite.
Yeah. Yeah.
But when they translate it into the Greek, it was
charagma.
charagma.
Yeah.
And the word charagma translates into something physical that you prick into you.
Right.
You know?
Because when you go to the Hebrew New Testament, they put the word tawah there, but that's not the word that should be there.
It's for what?
Tawah. The same one in Ezekiel
Oh,
9.
the wa means no, that's
Right.
wrong. It
So-
should be wawa.
Right, that's right. Quite, yeah.
Should be
So
quite.
they went off on that.
Yeah.
You know, because the Y is really like a spiritual mark, you know, and there's an exemption from judgment. So it's not something that's physical; it's something that's spiritual. It's like a invisible force where you can't see it. You know, like the angels, we can't see them, but they're there, spiritual.
But he wrote down exactly what he saw, and he saw people getting he saw the chip parties in the streets.
Yep.
You know, he saw the people lining up getting chipped. So he wrote it down.
Oh, he saw
And
the.
he made it plain. He didn't say it in no a secret,
Right.
you know, in hidden. It wasn't no parable.
Yeah.
He didn't say he didn't write in parable. He wrote what he saw.
Yep, straight up.
He saw the certain brothers being executed for not taking the chip.
Right, he saw that.
He saw that because he wrote it down.
He saw the ship. He saw it being beamed up.
Yep. He saw himself in his ship,
He saw himself get beamed up.
but he didn't realize it was him.
Yep.
He saw all those Israelites coming before Yahushua and looking like the different nations? Because he wrote it in Revelation, the 7th chapter. And a lot of guys don't accept.
The angel said,
Who are those? Yeah.
Yep.
And a lot of guys don't want to accept that. Even to this day, they want to accept every Israelite's going to look like a straight up so-called Negro.
They're not prophets.
Right.
And we told them that years ago, man. Way back in, yeah.
And that's why them guys kicked us out. It was a beautiful thing.
Yeah.
It was a blessing. Because they couldn't see that Cornelius was an Israelite, but now we're starting to say that they see it. Well, what made you see it? You've been watching us, and you've been saying, you know what, man, I don't know. They got that conviction in their voice. They might be right.
And the spirit was heavy on us because we said at the council, we said, not every Israelite's going to come looking like Josh. You remember?
I see something about you.
Yeah. That was way back in 1996. 1995, 96, right? About 96, yeah.
Yeah.
And we saw that the Lord gave us that vision way back then.
Hillel said in the video that this guy always made him feel guilty to being a so-called Dominican or Simeon.
Nate.
Nate, he's saying that it's like he picked up that the guy had a problem with the Latin tribe.
Yeah, Bez said that. Yeah, yeah.
Which that's wrong, man.
Yeah, that's not spiritual.
Yeah, because he said he would do them inside jokes, them pot shots. And Nate's a fucking asshole, man. He's a demon and an asshole.
You can't tell me I hate the Latin tribe. My woman's Latin. Right. So-called Latin. Yeah? Right. Some of my best friends are Latin.
Well, wait a minute. That's that old hatred, like on
I like Latin food.
Yeah, like on Sanford and Son. You know, Fred Sanford had a problem with Julio.
Yeah.
You know?
That's that old rivalry.
So that nigga is just like Fred Sanford. That nigga Nate. Because Fred Sanford had he had a friend. Hey, because when you watch the show, those of you who watch Sanford and Son, you watch the show, Fred had a problem with Julio. He had a problem with so-called Puerto Ricans, because them all so-called Negroes, they had a problem with so-called Puerto Ricans.
Well, guess what? The Most High gonna bring them back. You know what I want?
Close up the breaches there.
Well, that's
Isaiah.
Isaiah 11. That was good too.
Yeah. And that's that old hatred between Judah and Ephraim.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, you got something? Oh, okay. All right.
Yeah, man, Fred Sanford, he said, it was a guy, Julio, he said, you Puerto Ricans got your own national anthem.
Yeah.
And he said, it goes like this. He said, we'll take Manhattan, the Bronx and Staten Island.
Yeah. He said the roaches didn't move into the neighborhood till y'all came in the neighborhood. That show is off the hook, man. And it wasn't no politically written by so-called Jews.
Because they know the so-called Jews knew that was Judah and Ephraim.
Yeah. They knew.
And it's no coincidence that it was mainly Judah and Ephraim back then.
Yep.
You know, and then the rest of the Latin tribes started coming later.
Yeah.
You know, Benjamin, all they started coming later. Levi, you know.
Yeah, but Fred Sanford's son didn't have a problem with Julio.
Right. Nah.
Because he was younger. Yeah. But the father had a problem with, you know.
Yeah, so this is Isaiah chapter 11, verse 12.
They even did an episode on Hamitic, Kemet.
Oh, yeah.
They did a Kemet episode.
Yeah.
So they covered everything, man.
Yeah.
First Sanford said Yahushua was black. First Sanford had said that the son of the heavenly father was black. They had a skit on that.
Which the so-called Jews, they know Yahushua is a so-called black man. They know.
Oh, good time?
Good time, yeah.
JJ threw the picture of the so-called black leader, so-called black Jake, but he made him look like the wino,
Yeah,
wino.
you're right.
And then when they put that picture up, they started getting blessings.
Yep.
But who was against that?
The nigga woman.
That big overgrown
That's the roll. That's the roll. Yeah.
That's the rolls.
That was it. Yo, they could have gave my man a better woman to play the mother, man. I mean, how the fuck did he kiss that shit? You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, how would he bone up in the scene to kiss? I'm gonna kiss, you know.
Well,
it's like kissing an alligator. Well, that's true. That's a good point. There's a reason why, because she was ugly.
He kicked him off the show anyway.
Yeah.
Because he couldn't stand JJ. He said he don't like all that cooning.
Yeah, all that cooning.
And they basically wrote him out and they said, look, man, you're rebellious. You got to get the hell up out of here, man.
He might be a
but when he left, he blew the hell up, man. You know, he blew up.
Yeah.
What you going to say?
No, so he might be a Reubenite.
to be, well, he's supposed to be Nigerian.
Oh, okay.
Nigerian.
All right, Isaiah 11,
Yeah,
verse
he's Nigerian.
Isaiah 11, verse 12. And he shall set up an ensign for the nations, and shall assemble the outcasts of Israel, and gather together the dispersed of Judah from the four corners of the earth. The envy also of Ephraim shall depart, and the adversaries of Judah shall be cut off.
The hate of Judah for Ephraim. Go ahead.
Ephraim shall not envy Judah, and Judah shall not vex Ephraim.
Well, that's what Fred Sanford was doing.
With Julio. Yeah, yeah, vexing him.
So this, like you said, the so-called Jews, Norman Lear knew.
Yeah. And that's kind of the same thing Nate was doing with this guy Bez. That's why Bez picked up. He said this guy got a problem with the Latin tribes, you know.
It says,
and Nate was another one that always believed that every Israelite had to look like a so-called black man. Nate was another one that believed that.
Yeah, that's close-mindedness.
Yeah, yep. Black man,
black cave.
Hey, they got that one English guy. It's time to wake up, black man, black man.
He's
that guy.
He's another Johanna.
Yeah. You gotta wake up, black man.
All right, it says, but they shall fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines toward the west. They shall spoil them of the east together.
Yeah, fly upon the shoulders of the Philistines mean we're going to have them as slaves. Those are the real Africans. Go ahead.
They shall lay their hand upon Edom and Moab.
Slaves.
And the children of Ammon shall obey them.
It is.
And the Lord shall utterly destroy the tongue of the Egyptian sea, and with his mighty wind shall he shake his hand over the river, and shall smite it in the 7 streams, and make men go over dry shod. And there shall be an highway for the remnant of his people, which shall be left from Assyria, like as it was to Israel on the day that he came up out of the land of Egypt.
Yeah, so you got Jakes in that part of the world. Assyria. Syria. You got a lot of Israelites down there. Syria. Assyria.
Yep, that was it.
Zechariah chapter 9 verse 13. When I have bent Judah for thee, filled the bowl with Ephraim, and raised up thy sons to Zion.
And that's why, hey, just what you read. That's why Esau really don't like the fact. There's one thing that Judah woke up. There's another thing that the Latin tribes are coming a part of this. And when that happens, when the Latin tribes, the so-called Latin tribes and so-called black tribes come together, and they start, trying, and like out there in California, a lot of those guys are Issacharites, a lot of them guys are Benjaminites, a lot of them guys are Judites, a lot of them guys are Gadites. So all the tribes are coming together, you know?
Fill the bowl with Ephraim, and raised up thy sons to Zion against thy sons, O Greece.
And what does that word Greece mean? When you look up that word, the word there is Yahwan, which really are the people of Japheth. That's why at one time, the old school Israelite group used to say the white man is the son of Japheth. But my parents used to say that, the white man is the son of Japheth. But the first time I heard Ariah say the white man is the Edomites, and I read the scriptures, it made sense. You know?
It says, and make thee as the swords of a mighty man, and the Lord Yahweh shall be seen over them, and his arrow shall go forth as the lightning.
That's those ships.
Yeah.
And the Lord Yahweh shall blow the trumpet, and shall go with the whirlwinds of the south.
That's the ship.
Yeah.
Clouds don't spin around. When you ever see a cloud spin around? What the fuck are you talking about, nasty cloud? Oh, it's talking about an absolute cloud. No, it says a whirlwind.
Right.
They want to go like whirlwind.
A wheel within a wheel.
A wheel within a wheel. And Daniel 7th chapter, the Lord came himself sitting on a wheel within a wheel.
Yeah.
In the first chapter, a wheel within a wheel.
Yeah. Was Isaiah 6, I think? Another one, Isaiah 6 to back you.
Yep.
It says, the Lord Yahweh of hosts shall defend them, they shall devour and subdue and sling stones, and they shall drink, making noise as true wine.
Yeah, that's the metaphor for the missiles and sling stones. And, that's like a metaphor for the missiles. And then
Yeah, sling stone is when
you put it in there. Yep.
Sling stone.
Yep.
Well, the modern sling is a missile silo.
Missile silo, yeah.
So all those missiles are in their silos. So it's gonna hatch will open.
Yep.
Then the missile's gonna come out, and it's a guided missile.
Yeah.
Gonna sling it.
Now the ones don't miss their target.
Yeah, that's Joel, the 2nd chapter, yeah. Then you read somewhere earlier, you read about he shall go forth as lightning, because Yahushua is coming with lightning warfare, because it's only going to take him 1 hour to destroy this place. 1 hour, man. That's 60 minutes.
Which translates into the word blitzkrieg.
Blitzkrieg, yep. Khan,
Yeah.
which means lightning warfare.
Yep. Laser warfare.
Yeah,
Another
Khan.
way of saying it.
Imagine that. 1 hour is going to take Yahushua. That's some serious warfare, man.
They shall drink and making noise as true wine. They shall be filled like bowls and as the corners of the altar.
Yahushua also said, now shall I cry as a travailing woman. You know? A travailing woman's a woman with child. You know how when she's the labor pains?
He gets emotional.
Oh, man.
Hey, so the Lord gonna get emotional.
You're going to get emotional.
It says, verse 16, and the Lord Yahweh their power shall save them in the day as the flock of his people.
That's the elect.
Now, hold up. I just thought about vocab alone. Who the flock of his people?
Yeah.
And nobody even takes that guy serious, man. If you notice that, nobody takes that guy serious.
Yeah.
And when the brothers from GMS go on the play, they snap on the dude. Dude's a fucking clown, man.
Yeah. He's a clown. In pale face.
The Lord Yahweh their power shall save them in the day as the flock of his people, for they shall be as the stones of a crown lifted up, and sign upon his land.
Those whirlwinds got many, and that's actually the UFO that did that.
Wow.
You know? There were many different colors going circling around, and all of a sudden it just disappeared in the sky.
That's verse 17. So how great is his goodness, how great is his beauty. Corn shall make the young men cheerful, and new wine their maids, the maids.
And that's when the kingdom is established.
Great deliverance, man.
That's it. And we got one more precept and we're going to close on this one. It's almost 48.
This is Amos 9:11. It says, in that day will I raise up the tabernacle of David that is fallen, and close up the breaches thereof. And I will raise up his ruins, and I will build it as in the days of old.
So with that, we're going to close. Shalom to all y'all out there.
Yeah, Lord willing, next week.
Next week, both sides.